Hello, Internet! I'm HamsterBomb, and you guys are joining me for the first shiny Pokemon hunts I have done on here in years. It's gotta be years, right? It's been freaking forever. Today, I want to try to go into shiny hunting retirement. Sorry it took me so long to go between streams there. It's been a long time since I set up the capture card. I had to set up a new layout really quick, and on top of all that, Kib stopped me between streams saying, hey, there is a sale. She's like, I'm gonna do a sale on Etsy. So all of our Pokemon Pearlers, while I am streaming for Ho-Oh, are 30% off, but only while I'm streaming for Ho-Oh. So anyway, information for that is down on the screen. I do want to make sure that we already, for one, I'm jumping into live stream lobby. That should work just fine. That's also Patreon room. I'm going to count 1 on Ho-Oh here, because we did 1 Ho-Oh last time. I don't exactly remember how to soft reset on the 3DS, so I'm gonna have to. Shua! Trying to figure this out here. I think we just have to home and go back into the game. Alright. Home. And you just, like, close, okay, and reboot it. There's probably a faster way. I'm not entirely positive. Let me see. Let me check a tab here. Soft reset Pokemon no. Virtual Console. Alright, how do I reset on Virtual Console? Yeah, you used to press AB Start Select, so I believe that doesn't work on Virtual Console. But your mentioned probably find a Virtual Console doesn't appear to have any effects on it. Oh, really? I can start select it. Oh, well, let's give that a shot. I thought for sure, yep, so it begins. It's been a long time. Here comes number 2. Maybe start select. Alright. Yep, works just fine. Alright, so forget that. Here it goes. Alrighty. Yeah. It's been a long time. If this goes well, you guys really enjoy this, I might continue doing shiny hunting, but, at this point, I just want to move on, play different stuff. Alright. I hit it after I see the Ho-Oh. Okay. This is actually quite quick. Like, compared to, what was it? Like, he just hurries right along, goes, roar, and he fights you. Boom. You don't see the color until BAM! Goes real quick. Alright, man, what are we already at here? Already at... Yeah. Okay. I don't remember, like, some hunts taking a really long time, some were pretty quick. Then hold on, 8192. Man, I gotta tell you some stories about, doing some research on this Ho-Oh, okay? So, I was like, alright, I need to practice catching this thing. What do we do to capture it? Should I paralyze it? Should, you know, what should I do? It turns out, in Gen 2, and 1, I believe, status conditions... so much quicker than new games. It is, isn't it? Like, I just, boom, I'm in. Status conditions don't work the way that you think they do when you're capturing Pokemon in Gen 2. Instead... Nope. For example, paralysis does absolutely nothing for catching a Pokemon in Gen 2. It does, like, we have the actual formulas to see what the game is running to capture Pokemon, and that does nothing at all. And I don't mean like, oh, it's a tiny little amount. I mean, it actually doesn't do anything. The only 2 status ailments that actually affect capturing your Pokemon are being asleep and being frozen. And, we don't have access to either of those things. And, like, the good Pokemon that are used for putting, you know, him to sleep or freezing him, and I looked this up, are not exactly going to be very helpful The best option I found was a Stantler. I thought, like, okay, what if I got a Stantler from below and just, like, tried a bunch of Hypnosis? Because otherwise everybody is weak to what it's going to be dishing out. And we don't want that. Because we're going to get one hit killed. It's not going to be worth it. Aside from the fact that, let's remember, this Ho-Oh not only knows Recover, it also knows Safeguard. Okay, so if I'm trying to put a status ailment on it to try and catch him, if he uses Safeguard in his first turn, it's just never going to happen. So that's just bad RNG, like, we just won't even be able to have that. So all that time of trying to get a high-level Stantler would be wasted. So I'm already not excited about that prospect. However, the other option was Freeze, and obviously any Pokemon who can freeze Ho-Oh is probably going to be instant killed themselves and not doing any damage. So it doesn't really sound like a great option. So it was really like put it asleep or freeze it or absolutely nothing. Because here, this is what's really gross. So you use those calculators to see how much things begging to be Master Ball. It is, and it probably will be Master Ball. To be completely honest, I don't want to. I'm still gonna I'm gonna count its moves and I'm gonna throw everything I can while it's at full HP, which is gonna be the next thing I was gonna talk about. Why lowering Pokemon's HP in these games, the old ones, doesn't matter at all. Like, not even a little bit does it matter. So, well, I mean, like, very, very slightly it does, but, like, it's just not worth your time. Or stress, or chance of killing the Pokemon. So, you look it up right now. There is a Gen 2 Pokemon, capturing calculator, okay? Check out Ho-Oh at full HP, what's your odds of capturing him? It's like 1% with a Pokeball at full HP, which is expected, you know. And, if you put it at 1 HP, you would think your odds would go up drastically. They barely go up. I think max you can get it to is like 4% at 1 HP. It's like, why did you bother? So you already finished Dark Soul. I did, yeah. The Knight did really freaking well. Yeah, that Knight actually, she crushed Dark Souls. I was not expecting that. Who's the third starting class? I don't remember. Is it the Hunter? I think I have this pulled up on my phone, actually. Alright, sayonara, Birdo. Here. Yeah, I got it pulled up here. Is that the Warrior? No, Wanderer. We already did the Warrior. That wouldn't make any sense. The Wanderer. What does the Wanderer start with? Might as well get a little bit of a head start here. Goodbye. The Wanderer has stats. They're not great, but honestly, the Knight started with some terrible stats, so I'm kind of surprised the Knight ended up doing so well. Let's see. So stats are not great. More importantly, we got to see what we're using. Is that a Scimitar? That would actually be pretty sweet. So it's a Dex character. Is that and a Buckler? Ooh, I actually rather like that armor set though. So it might not be so bad. Also, hopefully they roll decently. I'm not even looking at the colors, by the way, in this. I'm just looking for the fact that if it sparkled or not. Because the shiny sparkles in Gen 2 are so gloriously obnoxious that I can't possibly miss it. Alright. Yeah, it's a Scimitar. Awesome. And that, it does scale... Let's see. What does it scale with? Am I not seeing scaling? Okay, yeah, it's not showing me scaling. No, it is. It scales E with strength, so like it technically does, but really that's a Dex weapon. So we're probably gonna be just leveling our Dex on the Wanderer, which is fine. All right. So Wanderer is gonna be an interesting one. Anyway, what was I saying here? So yeah. I count a shiny Pokemon Legendary, I put him at 1 HP, does jack all. Well, like in the old games, which is I assume what you're talking about. Yeah, it does almost nothing. And it helps in the newer ones quite a bit, especially if you paralyze or put him to sleep at 1 HP in I think Gen 4 and up. 3 helped a lot. 3 was steps in the right direction, but I think Gen 4 made it even easier. Gen 2 absolutely doesn't care. Gen 2 is mean. So, yeah, Gen 2, you put him at 1 HP, it's not going to do much of anything. So I figure, since he can recover, there's no sense in trying to lower his HP. It's just dangerous. And we really don't even need to count his moves. All we really need to do is just throw balls till we see it starting to struggle. I'm pretty sure in Gen 2, you still struggle 4 hits and you're dead. I'm not positive on that, so I want to look that up before we actually start. You know, when it decides to show its big glorious mug, then yeah, that's when we'll start. I still lost so many balls, man. Oh, I know. You know in Gen 1 when okay, so it's really weird in Gen 1 and 2, the Pokeball only shakes 3 times. No, it's 2 times. It only shakes 2 times, I think. Maybe it's 3. No, it shakes 2, and then you can get the click. In 3 and on, it is 3 shakes and then the click. And, you would think that your odds would be better to capture, because the game is checking, does it pop out? No, it shakes. Does it pop out? No, it shakes. Click, you got it, versus no, it shakes, no, it shakes, no, it shakes, click, you got it. You'd think it'd be easier, but it's actually the other way around. Man, I'm gonna get Shinoed so many times because it comes in through the grayscale. I wonder if you'll hit 2,000 encounters, because it would match your PayPal. What? Freaking he's lying. You're lying. There's no way. That's like life-changing for how poor we are. No joke. Could send my daughter somewhere nice and actually feed my family, so... don't toy with me! Like, no kidding, my email's not working right now. I am watching it spin. It's just not doing anything. Well, I want to believe you. I want to believe. Did that even sparkle? I didn't even get a chance to look at it. Man, PayPal, can you just let me sign in, please? What is it doing? It's like, would you like to sign in? It's showing me ads, like as if I don't already have the app installed and I've been using it for I don't know how many years. Alright, oh well, bam. Though this probably will go over 2,000 resets if that's what you were talking about. Get started. Just let me into the app. Let's get started. You know my email. Actually, what email do I use for PayPal? I know it's this one. What's my phone number? Why'd you forget everything? I swear, my phone, like, it did something stupid, through an update the other... Oh, just send it up. Create a password. Uh-oh. Okay, so, that implies my PayPal account doesn't exist. Uh-oh. I sure hope somebody didn't hack my PayPal and then just get a very generous gift from somebody. Oh no. I'm gonna text Kim downstairs. Please check PayPal. I can't. On sell. Okay. Kim will be the deciding factor. Oh. Okay. This layout looks okay. The reason this stream took a long time between, you better check, dude, seriously, I could not log in, I'm serious. Like, I tried. It actually, what happened? I saw my scissor. I got so confused that my scissor was shiny. You never shiny hunt with a shiny in your party. Don't do that. We actually, now that I think about it, we were really lucky in Q-Charm that Magic wasn't shiny. That, like, if I had a shiny Jigglypuff, I probably would have done that back in the day. But no. But no, seriously, if he's doing the truth, that'd be a huge deal. But for some reason, my PayPal right now, like, I should back up and say what my phone was doing. You heard Kim screaming in the background. Yes, that'd be huge. Because, honestly, we haven't been able to buy... Like, I'm actually really worried that we can't even afford our real estate tax that's coming up soon. It keeps getting higher and higher. It's insane how much it is. And, like, every single week, we have a budget where we're, like, looking at everything like, okay, there's not enough money to go around for the necessities to survive. And then on top of that, try and save for this real estate tax thing coming up. I hope Kin can get in. I'm scared that's not working. You know, I just noticed something really weird about Hoa's sprite. You see how the green feathers on the outside go all the way up to the tops? Except for his left wing, the top two. They just go orange. That might be like a sprite limitation of color, but most of the Pokemon don't have that kind of a problem. So, it'd be really strange. I'm trying to not get excited, because I have a feeling, a bad feeling. Knowing how my life goes, something terrible's gonna happen. And like, oh, my PayPal account got hacked, and now it's gone, and somebody just ran off with a donation. So. Anyway, what I can log into is Etsy. And I can at least remind you guys, since we just started this up, Kim's idea, because she's the one in charge of the Etsy page, even though I make all the Etsy physical stuff, and she's still adding things, you know, as I make them. And there's actually a lot of new Etsy stuff that I've made that I haven't even shown you guys yet. I should probably make, like, YouTube shorts or something so you can see them. But I did, actually, a lot of cool ones you'll probably really like to see. But today, while I am shiny hunting, she has a special code for 35% off, which is actually better than Etsy's sale that they're doing right now for any of our Pokemon Pearlers. Watching your stream while I'm playing Black Ops 6. I have never played any of those. I get extremely motion sick. Honestly, like, if there's one game that I don't know, I really liked playing some of the Resident Evils, but the new ones, I get really, really sick, so I can't do it. Resident Evil's basically a horror Metroid game. Metroid kind of dabbles in horror, too. Thing is, first-person stuff, it gets me so nauseous so quick, I just can't do it. I tried playing Resident Evil 3, the remake, because I haven't played that one yet. And I did it for about an hour, and I was about to puke. That's a game that's barely breathing on its life support. It's a shame. Yeah. Even if it's a game I'm not interested in, you know, I want games to do well, and I want people to enjoy the games that they're playing. It means that the industry's healthy, you know? Just a good thing to want. Understand how you feel? Yeah, like, I really want to play Kingsfield, because how much I love the Souls games. Even though I know they're very different. Demon Souls is very different than Dark Souls, but still, it's a learning experience, and I want to go back and play it. Also, I really love retro games, so it's something that, like, I want to go try. I'll be able to check in a bit, she says. Okay, so. I mean, she is trying to take care of a crazy 3-year-old down there. She's getting so difficult to take care of, man. Like, you listen to parents say, like, oh, yeah, the terrible twos. Those parents are pretend parents. They're not real. Or, what's going on is those parents could afford childcare, and when their child turned 3, they just went to, like, a kindergarten, or they, like, play with other kids in a daycare or something like that, and they didn't really take care of a 3-year-old. 3 is so much harder than 2. 2, they're cute, they're fun, they're learning, you know, you gotta do potty training and all that kind of stuff, they gotta learn this stuff, it's kind of hard for them. But 3, she's smart enough to know how to lie, and to try to deceive, she'll argue, that's when all that stuff starts, and, oh, she'll make me tired. I love my daughter so much, and I would not trade her so I could do videos and go back again. Absolutely not. I adore my daughter. But, yikes, it takes a lot out of you. And it was just last night, I was staying up really late, actually, editing a video. So I haven't, like, edited in a long time, so I have to basically do it at night. I used to do it while she was taking her naps, and now I gotta do it at nighttime. And, at night, I am now, under the cover of darkness, secretly making a video montage story retelling of the entirety of my Dark Souls SL1 run, told as like a comedy story, but also tips and tricks thing if you're gonna do it yourself kind of thing. Kabam. Likely a problem with the third-person camera being too close to cause motion sickness. Yeah, it depends on, like, how fast you gotta turn to see stuff. So, for example, in some older games where the camera follows behind you, but it's really far behind you, let's take Dark Souls, actually, for instance. That camera never gets me sick, because it's away from the player, right? So if you zoom in a lot closer to, what's a game where you're just staring at somebody's back? Like new Resident Evil, new God of War, a lot of AAA gaming anymore. You're like right on top of the MC's back, and their back is like 30% of the screen. I never understood, what do you do? You just really want me to look at their back textures? Like, what? Why? But, anyway, because of that, it's closer and you have to rip the camera around a little faster to see. It's disorienting and it really gets me sick. It's like over-the-shoulder close now. Yeah, it is. I can't stand that. But yeah, and then first person, obviously, that's the next step further and gets me really sick. If you go back far enough to, say, Silent Hill 1, even that gets me really nauseous, but that is for a different problem where the camera isn't steady. Now, it was trying to be eerie and unsettling, but unfortunately for for me, which is only getting worse the older you get, your sense of balance and nausea tolerance changes as you get older. The little hairs inside of your ear, there's like basically little pockets of jelly inside your ears, and when that jelly moves around from, you know, gravity, you're shifting your weight or looking up, looking down, it gives you a sense of balance and space around you. And those little hairs and that jelly starts to break down over time, and it just gets weaker, and your sense of balance and order gets really lost. Yeah, mine must have started bad, and it's just getting worse, and it'll never get better. It's just the way that it works. So maybe eventually when, give it another 30 years, when you're playing, you go back and you're like, oh yeah, I really loved, the remake of Resident Evil 2. I'm gonna boot that up and play that again. And you're like, oh god, I don't remember this. I can't do it. I can't play the... And then, yeah, then you're gonna have a younger generation of people saying, what, are you scared? You know, coming up with other stuff like, nah, man, I'm gonna puke. And, like, VR stuff, like, for, like, the past 10 years, people, billionaires, have been trying to get it to take off, and I will never put on a VR helmet, I swear. Because people who don't have nausea problems have nausea problems playing VR. You would have to have it, like, somehow with perfect 1-to-1 frame rate, and have to, you know, like, what is it, like, no stuttering whatsoever, because there's, like, a delay whenever you do that in, VR nowadays, from what I understand. Nope, don't get distracted. Nope. But yeah, I could not do that with the delay. And then on top of the delay, like, imagine, like, you know, because the idea of VR is to trick the player into thinking, like, they're actually in the game. But, like, if I look like this, my vision is instantaneous. I don't look like there and then wait for that to catch up to me. That's... And then, like, reality doesn't have a frame stutter. The only instance where it'll look like reality actually does have a frame stutter is when you play with light. Because, like, fluorescent lights and stuff, they flicker. The idea is they're supposed to be flickering faster than your eye can detect, so you shouldn't be able to see it. However, if you, like, wave your hand in front of it, or something like that, like, your hand is gonna you know, like there's a strobe or something like that, and you will start to see it, and it's eerie. Like there's a glitch in the Matrix, but it's actually just the way that your eyes work. Also jelly. Hate it. Got sick just watching VR gameplay. Yeah, oh, like I see people going like, oh yeah, like this actually just was in the news. They're like, oh, we managed to get Super Mario 64 running in VR. Like, why the hell would you do that? Like, is it from Mario's perspective? I didn't look that far into it, but like, god, oh my god, I heard somebody got Dark Souls. This is long ago. They got Dark Souls running in first person to make it play more like Kingsfield, and like, it's unplayable. Like, it's, God, no. Yeah, I could never. Oh, I could never do that. Oh, boy. You know, Pokemon Etsy stuff is reminding me. I do have one thing I've been working on for that, but it's not quite up on the page yet. Basically, you can choose any single Pokemon from Gen 1 through, I think 7? Maybe it was, no, it's 5. It's 1 through 5. It's when their sprites were a certain size in the box. Basically, you choose your favorite Pokemon from 1 through 5, Gen 1 through 5, and then pick what your favorite ball is, or a ball that goes with that Pokemon, like the one that you caught. And, I am building custom, like, I'll build that Pokemon's box sprite and their Pokeball, on a stand, but the Pokeball lights up in the center, accumulative to the color of the ball. So, like, if it was a Quick Ball Legendary or something like that, the Quick Ball will be a yellow light in the middle. Is Premier white or red in the middle? I think it's white. Right. There's a bunch of them that are, like, color. Dusk Ball's green. Yeah, I can make those. How funny, this never happened to me once I guess everybody's different. Yeah, everybody is different, and some people are just more prone to nausea. I always was prone to nausea. Like, car rides, I'd get super sick. Well, my dad's also a really reckless driver, and he slams on the brakes and slams on the gas, and he jerks around, and I live in a very hilly, twisty area, with lots of trees and stuff that's, like, on top of you. Oh, it's nauseating. But, by the way, the thing I'm looking for, just for his colors, is the green in the wings. Shiny Hunting Trick, by the way, from someone who's been doing this for a long freaking time. Don't stress yourself out getting Shinoed by it and, like, staring at it and thinking, is that the one if it's close? Look for one distinct thing that the Shiny does not have. Don't look at what it has, look at what it does not have. And then you can reset super quick and just tell your brain to shut off. Because, like, the Shiny Ho-Oh does not have green in his wings. Done. If I see green, reset. Done. Green. Done. Don't even have to wait for the sparkle. So it makes it a lot easier. I get car sick, that's the most prone I am to nausea. That and some slight whiplash and turning my head too fast. Yeah. I love roller coasters, but I'm scared to ride one now. From getting older, I know what's happening to my body, and I know that this is breaking down. I know things are getting worse, but I haven't ridden a roller coaster in some time. It costs so much money. It's a great theme park around here, too, Kings Island. I do want to wait a bit until Clover can actually ride on at least, like, the little kids' roller coasters and stuff. I'm not talking, like, the super little kid stuff. Like, she likes watching Kim play Planet Coaster. I play videos of first-person roller coasters for her. Gets me sick, but she loves it. I let her get on my shoulders. Actually, we haven't done this in a while now, but she's been watching Planet Coaster a lot. Get her on my shoulders and we'll, you know, ride the whole roller coaster. She... If I mentioned that to her, she'd probably beg me to do that again, but it takes it out of me. One, it's exhausting. She's getting heavy. But, no, it's more, anymore, I'm getting sick. But me getting on a real one, it's a lot of cool stuff there, but it costs so much money to go to these places. You know, something that's really weird, too. Like, in Planet Coaster / all the Roller Coaster Tycoon games, I was always bothered by the fact that the games are developed in, like, a European sense, because they're made by European developers, where you go to a theme park, you pay just a little bit entry price, and then you pay a little bit to get on the ride, and then a little bit to get on that ride, a little bit to get on this ride, and you pay per ride, per ticket. Whereas American theme parks, you pay an exorbitant price to get in, and all the rides are free. You know, like, that's the way I assume to do it. But, like, if you try to build that in Planet Coaster, your park will fail instantly, because it's just not set up for that. Because technically, guests, when they come into your park, and this is the case all the way back to Roller Coaster Tycoon, the original, the guests are in your park for, like, months, if not, like, a couple years. So, like, it's just the way that it's not gonna function. And obviously, if you're charging by entry fee, they're gonna complain about how expensive it is there, not care that your rides are free, and then stay in there forever because the rides are free and they're never gonna leave, meaning new people aren't gonna come in. It's messed up. But yeah, roller coasters, they always messed me up getting spun around. Can't run as much anymore. My left ankle's undergoing arthritis, and too much pressure from strenuous activities hurts like hell. Arthritis stinks. You know, like, we need to have, like, a good, solution to fix arthritis, you know, like, because it's really just, like, clumps of your bone, like, growing at like, just this calcified crap growing up on your bones and grinding. Ugh. There's gotta be a way to eat that up safely, you know, get it down to a reasonable point. Because my grandmother, she's got arthritis so bad in her right shoulder, and she is right-handed, by the way. She can't lift her right arm at all. Like, she can barely get her hand, like, say, to her pocket, right? Unless she uses her other arm to grab that arm and pick it up. It's sad to watch. But yeah, arthritis is awful. Because she's strong for her age. She's mid-90s right now. Do you think Dramamine? Yeah, I did, but I never had any luck with that stuff. Honestly, Dramamine... that's my daughter who gets really bad car sickness and helps greatly. Dramamine, it does something. I used to have to take that when I was younger to go to theme parks, like Kings Island. But honestly, I don't think it does enough. Because, well, you also, you know, you're riding a bunch of rides, you're intentionally screwing with it. But, like, even getting in a car, I'm finding other ways to alleviate it better. Like, locking eyes in one direction out of a window in a car, and your body can better orient where it is in space and understand the movements that it's feeling. Because if you look at, like, the car seat or you read a book in a car, your body feels that it's moving. It knows you're moving, but it doesn't understand why what you're seeing doesn't line up with what you're feeling. The opposite happens in a VR video game. That's where the issue comes in. Yeah, my sister, not my sister, my daughter also has really bad nausea in cars. She actually just last weekend vomited after getting out of a car because, no, this is 2 weeks back, I think. Because, look it up, a huge bridge, a really important bridge in Cincinnati had an enormous fire under it. Okay, we call it the Big Mac Bridge, but it's not actually what it's called, but it's the big yellow one. Anyway, big yellow Cincinnati Big Mac Bridge. Giant fire underneath it. Basically, there's a playground underneath that part of the bridge on the Cincinnati side. And, even though I think Kentucky owns the bridge, the fire started on our side, so Cincinnati's paying for it. I don't know if they came out and figured out what happened to that fire, but like what started it, but I'm assuming it was an arson because the playground was very flammable, and it started in the middle of the night, and not a great neighborhood too, because downtown Cincinnati's not great. But anyway, that started, and like we were taking her down to the aquarium right across that bridge, and I had to emergency like check other directions, turning around, lots of hills, twisting, getting lost. By the time we got there, it was too much, and she got sick. And we went through the entire aquarium in her really awkward backup outfit, with the boots that she got vomit in, cleaned as best we could. Ugh. Poor girl. It was terrible. Because my ankle had been grinding since I took this surgically straightened before I was a year old. Oh, man. That sucks. Yeah. I don't think it's arthritis what I currently have right now, but my dad's bones are too large. In some places, he's had lots of different back and hip surgeries because the ball of his femur is larger than the socket in his pelvis, so it just grinds like that, and it's extremely painful. And my hips are already like that. I can already feel it. I'm not even that old. Just a pain in the butt. Alright, so it looks like that Ho-Oh soft reset thing, we're now into triple digits, and it is, that was not a lot of time. Seriously, not a lot of time. When it gets to quadruple digits, I might have to shrink our number down a little bit so it fits better, but for the sake of it being, you know, up to 999, I figured I'll make it a little bit bigger for you. See. I'm gonna be drinking water or something when we get this and spill water all over my 3DS and like, oh, I guess it was my final shiny hunt because I destroyed my DS. That would not be funny. Rolled my ankle in a pothole earlier this week. God, I hate rolling your ankle. Oh, that's the worst. That's not the worst. Let's not talk about worse things that you can feel, but yeah, it's terrible. Still have a slight limp. Yeah, it'll mess you up for a while. Because you can't not walk on it, you know? Like, you don't have an alternative leg. You know, like, oh, where's my backup leg? Unless you're, ridiculously well endowed and you could, you know, just keep your bad leg up in a cast or something and, find a way to utilize another appendage to walk. Don't do that. Alright, so, well, we saw our next, Dark Souls, so here's the plan going forward, by the way. Assuming we don't get Ho-Oh for quite some time, which is very likely. Even though my last Gen 2, shiny hunt I did with you guys was Celebi, Gen 2 Celebi, and I got that Celebi in, like, was it, like, 244? It was something obscene. So, it's always possible. You never know. But, assuming we don't get Ho-Oh, and this Etsy sale is gonna go on for ages, even though it theoretically could be over in a few minutes. Yeah. Let's just say that it goes on for ages. And, what I'm gonna be doing for the weeks coming forward is I'm gonna start next week by just streaming Dark Souls until I run out of time. If by some miracle I'm actually able to beat Dark Souls as the Wanderer, in that time, which I highly doubt, we're probably at best gonna beat Ornstein and Smo. Yeah, I'll just use my, 4-foot-long schlong as a backup. Like, who said anything about that? So, God, what the heck was I talking about? Talking about giant penises. Shiny! Like, that's when it happens, you know? When I'm caught in the middle of saying something ridiculous. Dark Souls. Okay, so we're gonna do Dark Souls next time, probably up to Ornstein and Smo. Week following, I'm gonna close out the run as we did today, and then the remainder of our time in that stream is all Ho-Oh. So ideally, the faster I beat Dark Souls, the more Ho-Oh time we get. And longer the Etsy sale goes. Means I'm working on Etsy for even less, but whatever. Just needs to get the store, Kim's saying, like, the store just needs sales, period, in order to get more traction on the website. It's the way the SEO works. Did I hit that one? I don't think I hit that one. I don't think I hit that one. Let me know if I hit that one. I don't wanna double count any of these. If you saw the number go up, or if you heard the click, let me know and I'll undo it. But I'm pretty sure I did not hit that one. Alright. So, after Wanderer, what are we doing? Because, like, I'm glad to see something that's not... something that's not, like, you know... What do I say? Like, Sword and Board. You know, just the generic knight guy. Let's get rid of Ho-Oh. Take that up. Here's Kim's message. She says... Yes, 2,000 was donated yesterday. PayPal fee of $59.80. Should I be concerned? she's probably thinking like a mafia drug money or something like that. So now I could finally confirm to DK Renegade, thank you so much. That helps a tremendous amount. I don't know what I could possibly do to thank you for something like that. But now I feel like we can actually safely get through the rest of the year. I shouldn't have to rely on outside help for you guys, but God, I feel like I have to when everything is so expensive. Everything just keeps getting more expensive, and like you're not getting raises. Like no one's getting raises at work, and you know, you go get the same groceries you got last year and everything costs way more, gas costs more, everything costs more. it's awful. So, forget about it. I know a guy. Oh, yeah? to help me keep my family alive. What I gotta stop doing is I keep making jokes about how little money we have, and Kim telling me, you gotta stop it, because we don't want Clover to get worried, you know. I certainly don't want her to worry that, like, we're gonna lose our house or something like that, even though that could actually happen if we couldn't afford that tax I was telling you about. So, DK Renegade, if you want to feel better about where that's going, that's almost certainly going to making sure that we get to keep our house. Thank you for letting me keep my home. And anybody else who sends in anything, I greatly appreciate it. Seriously, I do. Ooh, the thief! The thief is after the wanderer. I'm looking at the list here. The thief. Oh man, more wasted points into intelligence and attunement. We can't do anything with that. But the thief, with a knife, and no, that's the buckler. I'm not sure what shield the wanderer gets, but whatever. I don't know, the thief, I've never played like that at all, but backstabs I know are extra powerful with knives, and I've never fought with knives. So, that would be interesting. Oh my god, we have to play a knife the entire game. Never mind, that sounds terrible. How do you kill, like, Ornstein and Smo with a knife? Does he have any backup weapons? Some of these characters have backup weapons. Nope! It's a knife! Oh my god. Like, the thief as a starting class in general is actually really good if you want to, do, like, dex weapons and sorcery, because he starts with a lot of good stats towards that. However, oh boy, the whole game with that dagger? Actually, it's just a knife. It's not a dagger. The sorcerer gets a dagger. I don't know how we're gonna... Can you imagine the Iron Golem? Like, what are we gonna do? Good thing about daggers is high critical value for riposte, but that's assuming you can. Like, what am I supposed to do against the Iron Golem? Just like, dink, 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 dink. Can I even stagger him and knock him over the ledge with a dagger? I don't think I can. That's gonna be terrible. Alright, well that might take a longer, meaning, I don't know, if that, like, say for example, say the thief gives us a lot of trouble, it could actually be 2 whole streams and, before I'm able to get there, and then, if I closed it around that time, I would probably say the next entire stream is gonna be Ho-Oh, because I do want to alternate. You know, it's not like I want to, you know, say, okay, only if I get extra time from Dark Souls, I'm gonna do Ho-Oh. That's not really fair, is it? The Bandit is after this. Bandit, honestly, from what I'm if I just guess, I think the Bandit is gonna be the strongest one. The Bandit comes with the Spider Shield, for one. Meaning that I can block poison darts. I can take way more poison in Blighttown. Blighttown's gonna be loads easier with that shield. The shield also has 100% physical block. It's just a great shield. And then more importantly, he comes with a battle axe. And a lot of points to strength. And endurance already. Oh, that's such an efficient build. Oh, that's already good. That's already good. Okay, yeah, I wonder what's wrong with my phone then. Now, so, knowing that my PayPal was not hacked, it's just all my accounts on my phone went out. Like, my emails went out. Google probably did something stupid and it just, like, lost my, It didn't lose my passwords. Here's the weird thing. It didn't lose my passwords. The passwords it started inputting on all the stuff that I use, it input the wrong ones, so... And then I went downstairs to check them, and I input exactly what I have written down on physical paper. Don't write your passwords in a digital document somewhere, because that can get hacked, obviously. You can't hack my notebook. You put it in a notebook, and I go down there and I type it in exactly, and that doesn't work. I'm like, oh my god, these were all hacked. How did that happen? How did someone sabotage all of my stuff at once? No, it's just Google being stupid. So the Bandit is probably going to be easy as hell. I'm probably gonna run through the game with a bandit. Cause that axe, is that cutting or slashing or crushing damage? What does an axe do? In terms of the game, let me see. It's technically the battle axe. And the battle axe, let's see here. Standard battle axe inflicts regular damage, making it effective in various situations. There you go. And it's gonna scale really freaking high. That's just... Bandit may be the best starting class in Dark Souls, actually. I don't think I've ever picked the Bandit, but just looking at the starting class equipment, it's probably Bandit as the best one. Because they're... the next 5 are gonna suck. Okay? The Hunter actually isn't gonna be so bad. Hunter, let's see. Decent strength and dex. What is that sword he's holding? I need 2 hands to do this. Or 3 hands, I'm trying to say. Hunter, oh, Hunter's gonna be interesting. So Hunter starts with a sword and a bow. So what's the sword? It's just a short sword? Cool, it's different. So Hunter playing with a bow for like, I would probably almost exclusively use that bow, just for the variety. That sounds really interesting. Playing Dark Souls almost bow only. Almost bow only. I still need a bunch of stats and stuff, but being able to fight from afar with a bow, because you can level up a bow. You can't level up a catalyst. Which I guess makes sense. So, the next one, I would say the Hunter is probably going to be okay, actually. You might be able to scale your damage a lot better than the next one, the Sorcerer, for your ranged battle. My nose is getting itchy. This is absolutely an old school Pokemon stream. Oh! I can't crack my neck the same way anymore. Oh, man, I'm tapping a Y. I'm like, what's going on here? I actually started as the Hunter on my main quality builds. Go so hard if you got access to a bow. Bam. Just gave him a little extra attention there. The Sorcerer. Okay, so here's the deal with the Sorcerer. Let me put it like this. When you're the Hunter, I would say it's perfectly fair for that Hunter to purchase arrows because he started with those arrows. Those particular arrows, he can't get the other arrows, but still, he's allowed to buy more arrows. The Sorcerer, is the Sorcerer allowed to purchase more soul arrows? Or am I stuck with, what, 30 through the whole game? And a knife. A tiny little dagger. Grab the claymore, intending to use it, and then I got the Black Knight Greatsword immediately after. Oh. Fun times. I love hearing people's stories of their first time through Dark Souls. Actually, our name for our Ho-Oh, as you see down there, is from Dark Souls. I was naming lots of these characters, or my Pokemon here from some of my favorite games. With that in hindsight, I probably should have changed the name of Queen and Beluga, because it's really just Barghest, Kai Hunter, and Foxdie, who are from some of my favorite games. If I was going to do that, I don't know what I would name Shuckle. It's too late for me to change Shuckle's name anyway. It's traded in this game. I can't do it. But still. Yeah, I really want to keep... Honestly, what I was thinking, if I was going to hack Dark Souls, to play like a hacked version of it, I would want to hack in a character just to play around that is max levels, so I'm allowed to equip everything. Or maybe, like, what's the minimum for everything? Whatever the minimum requirement is, like maybe 50 for everything or something like that. And give them every item in the game, including weapons, just so that I can switch through them, feel what they're like, and, you know, kind of play around with it for a little bit. And just to say that, like, I tried it, because there's so much content to that game that I've never seen. You know, and I'm sure there's content in that game that you've never seen, especially if you've never played it. Funny enough, that's not my first one. My first one was a strength build that uses Whitehander. Well, that's a very famous one. Turned into a quality build when I got my hands on Artorias' DLC Greatsword. Pop. I don't think I've actually seriously used any of the boss weapons. Now I think about it. Oh my god, I tried, this made me so mad. I tried in Demon Souls, so I was like, alright, this is gonna be the time I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for a boss weapon. Because I hear it's much easier in this game. They're really good. I should do it. And my character I was playing as, I started as the Knight, which I regretted instantly because of how heavy the armor was. And eventually I got to the point where I could roll quickly wearing the full fluted armor, except for the head. I switched for the magic circlet, and I had the same longsword you start the game with. I might have switched... I did. I switched the shields for the Agitator shield that heals you slowly over time. And my 2 rings, by the way, were one that heals you HP over time, compounding with the shield, by the way, which is what made Valley Defilement so easy for me, because it didn't matter if I was poisoned, the tick damage was almost the same as what I was healing. So that helped a ton. And then the other ring healed my magic over time. So basically I was able to be an all-rounded knight who could use spells. The first boss stuff that I was thinking of using, or I started using, was all for better spells. And I think the first one that I was like, okay, I definitely wanted this one. I like what Sage Frake can give me for the Flame Lurker. He's gonna give me a Fireball. That's gonna help a ton. So because I only had like a tiny little fire spray. I'm gonna get Fireball instead. That sounds good. And little did I know, if you want to make a boss weapon, period, you have to give the Flame Lurker soul to the other blacksmith. I forget his name. Ben or something like that, whatever. The other blacksmith in the quarry area. And you need to give him the Flame Lurker one, and then any other boss soul after that point, or even before, if you saved it. Like, that's the only way to do it. And I was not realizing that, and I looked online like, okay, what can I do with my opening longsword? Can I turn that into a boss weapon? Oh, I can. I can turn it into the Storm King something sword. I don't remember what it was, but like there was a sword for him. And it was helpful for magic. I don't remember what it did, because I never got it. Because I apparently never gave that initial guy... So it's like, okay, so great. If I make the Fireball spell, I basically am locked out of having a boss weapon for the entire game. That's fun. I finally went out of my way to try it, and I couldn't do it. But anyway, I don't know about that sorcerer. Like, if the sorcerer, starting equipment only, is allowed to buy another thing of soul arrows, which I am 50-50 on this, so I really don't know what to say, because part of me is saying that is not in your starting equipment. You cannot use it. It's not like, here, for example, I couldn't, say, find another broadsword as the knight and level it up differently, or use it for some other reason, right? Like, I could trade it for amp, and that was all. But that's not what this is. This is more like, it's kind of like ammo, but it's not ammo. I don't... Oh. Yeah. Maybe I should put, like, a poll or something up. Does YouTube let me do that? Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Look at this! Should starting equipment only sorcerer be allowed extra soul arrows? Yep. Alright, see how that goes. See how that works. Interesting. I've never done a poll on here before. This is new. Anyways, we'll see how that goes. But basically, like, to better explain that point, you have to find a merchant who will actually sell you the soul arrows. So I feel like I'm going out of my way to actually buy more of a utility that is changing the core character. But at the same time, I think you only get 30 normally. And that's not a lot, and is not going to go very far. So I can only scale my intelligence so much. And trying to kill some of the bosses. We're not doing all bosses, so... But, like, what are you going to do in Ornstein and Smoke? With Like, what am I supposed to do? Probably use soul arrows on Ornstein, and then poke Super Smo to death with a dagger? That sounds nuts. Who's next? The Pyromancer. This is, I think, the same deal, actually. Can you buy, you could buy another fireball, right? Which would give you extra fireballs. So I guess that's the same question if Pyromancers allowed extra fireball castings. So I feel like I'm modifying the starting character doing that. But I mean, I'm technically modifying the starting character by leveling at all, so. Man, we're flying through numbers. This is good. Boom! That's a shiny Ho-Oh, bye. I thought of doing like a little perler of Pokemon, like a team, but that's a lot of sprites. I already have 6 giant ones that I made. If I'm making any more Pokemon ones, it's probably gonna be those ones that I think that you guys would like. You know, the tiny little box ones and the light up ball, which stand up. No, I did a bunch of new ones. I did, oh, it is on the Etsy page, by the way. You want to check this out, even if you're not interested in buying anything. I just want to show you, okay? The link to Etsy should be below. Should be. If it's not, it's definitely on the main channel page. You can open a tab. But, I recently put up a new Shin Megami Tensei one that I did. If you've seen my Yamata no Orochi, that is in the background of the Playing Myself episodes, it's the giant green Hydra with glowing, like, LED eyes. I did another one with LED eyes, and it is Cerberus, and he has glowing red eyes. It looks cool. Vicious. But that's not Pokemon, so not technically on the sale. Or at least I am currently shiny hunting for Ho-Oh sale that I'm doing here. But. One game I willingly used spells on the first run was Elden Ring. We had a Dex Faith build that kind of trivialized everything. Really? Especially when I found Golden Vow. I forget Golden Vow, but I used that, right? It was a buff. Just a general buff. I don't really remember. Yep, YouTube's chat disconnected. Reconnected. Does this tell me, like, how many people did the poll? Nope. It's like 1 vote. Alright, thanks, Cameron. Come on, guys. Hey, it's okay if you don't have an opinion or don't know enough about the game. I'm not trying to press you into anything. I'm just genuinely trying to feel out the waters there. Holding a conversation while staring at a... You know, like, I'm supposed to be doing something here. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. I really hope. Has anybody actually played Monster Hunter Wilds beta? I don't want to look anything up about it, because I don't want to be spoiled to new monsters and stuff, because what I've seen, the creature design I really like, the area design looks awful, and I am scared to see if any of the new, ridiculous anime attack fighting overpowered hunter stuff is carrying over from before. Because I don't see how they're going to take their modern Monster Hunter audience and try to convince them that the hunter needs to be weaker. Because instead, they're just making the monsters more outrageous, and that's just... You already know how I feel about that. This is way easier to see on my monitor than it is on my actual 3DS I was looking up there. It's the way the capture device works, by the way. I have it in both places. Even though, technically, what I'm looking at on my monitor has, like a 2 or 3 frame delay. Doesn't matter for this. Though, initially, when I, very first time I had the capture card, I tried to play, Monster Hunter Generations on my monitor while holding the 3DS like a controller. Oh my god. At first it's like, wow, I get to, like, play my 3DS games as if they were on a console. This is so cool, because I have to sit here anyway, you know? No! That little frame delay is a big difference when, you're playing an action game. Golden Vow buffs attack and defense for about 3 minutes. Your Golden Halberd has it on a weapon arm. Yeah, I remember I was using it I think I had to, like, put away my... I don't remember. There's way too many little choices and stuff in Elden Ring to, like, micromanage your character. I don't know. Maybe I'm more attracted to Dark Souls because it's more of, like, I admire really complex puzzles that have very few pieces, but lots of solutions that are, like, hard to figure out. Whereas, like, let's say Tears of the Kingdom, right? You have or Elden Ring, a giant open puzzle with a limitless amount of solutions, and only so many of them are actually going to be, you know, play tested per the level of, like, where you are, understanding, like, okay, you're going to stumble across a boss you were supposed to kill in the first hour of the game, 100 hours in, and sometimes you're going to run into a boss you were supposed to kill much later, and it's one-shot killing you, even though you feel like you could kill it at this point, but guess you gotta turn around and go somewhere else and remember to come back here later, but, like, how are you gonna remember that when the world's too damn big? And then, you know, you have way too many options on your character. Like, honestly, I feel like I would cut the Ashes of War, cut, like, a lot of the special R2s and stuff. Yeah, Dark Souls, I really like compact. I think that's probably why Super Metroid is still my favorite video game. That game is like the definition of compact. We don't get stuff like that anymore. Where like, a game is, they decided on the scope, and it's so closely analyzed on every little count and what you could do in any direction, going anywhere to, like, try to solve this very, very dense game. I like it a lot. Honestly, you wanted me to compliment Pokemon. Pokemon Gen 1 does this really well. 2 kind of does it, but not really. I mean, we did sort of go out of order a little bit earlier, but, like, based on the levels, Gen 2 really discourages you from doing that, whereas Gen 1 openly allows it. So as soon as you beat, I think it's Lieutenant Surge. As soon as you beat Lieutenant Surge, then you have access to, like, go almost in any order of the badges that you want for the next, like, 3, I think. And there's a lot of stuff you can do and go explore. And what I love is that there's no set in stone, this is where you're actually supposed to be going order to that. That, I think, is when the game is at its best, when you're making the decisions. Everything is, like, up to you based on, like, okay, my team right now is really good for, you know, this, and I'm gonna go tackle that challenge next. Or maybe I need some new team members to go beat this next thing, and I really wanted to get an Executor or something like that. So I'm gonna go to Fuchsia, go in the Safari Zone. Oh, but now I can surf because I found surf in here. Like, that I love, and that's my favorite part of that game. No kidding, that is my favorite part of Pokemon Gen 1. And it's not been a thing since, I'm gonna say, Gen 3 was the last one that did that. Gen 4 kind of did, but you really had to stay on the straight and narrow in that one. It's not like it was, like, forcefully gripping your hand like the new ones do, but at least it kind of, you know, let you go wherever you wanted, for the most part. Yeah, like, I've never been more insulted as a human being, as a video gamer playing a game, than I was playing Pokemon Sword and Shield. So that's why part of me thinks, like, but how can Scarlet and Violet be that bad? How could they actually be that bad? I don't understand. It's not possible. Because, like, well, granted, here's how it can be that bad. I'm gonna answer my own question. But as opposed to Sword and Shield going in the opposite direction. So, here's the pitfall a lot of developers make when they're making an open world game. Instead of trying to, like Dark Souls, figure out meticulously how to craft the intricately woven world, 1, to wrap in on itself, 2, to give players lore significant items that also benefit them in the game itself at a balanced pace, no matter where they go or whatever they do. That's extremely hard to do. What is easy to do is make a giant open space and just kind of randomly throw junk everywhere. In Pokemon, just, okay, these just kind of spawn over there. Here's one of the gyms. By the way, that's number 7, but you're not gonna know that till you get in there. This one, that's number 3. By the water. So there's water type Pokemon there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And you can find them at pretty much any level. That's not a big deal. Then you got a problem and your scaling is way off. So like imagine in. Let's just go back to Dark Souls again, because this is a very well-designed game, and I want you to see what happens when we take, like, one aspect of Pokemon into it. Let's just say, when you're in Dark Souls, and you go into an area you're not supposed to be in yet, right? But, the enemies in this area, you found out, but if I use, a parry and riposte, I can one-shot kill these guys, and each one I kill gives me, like, let's be absurd here, like, 60,000 souls, right? Like, one of the Lord Soul amounts of like, content out of, like, one enemy. You would farm the hell out of that. Obviously. Like, no one in their right mind would not do that. But by doing that, you've destroyed the rest of the game. So in Pokemon, you run around in an open environment. One, that's experience. Huge Pokemon. So say you're fighting... this is the first thing I did in Sword and Shield. Right in the beginning of the opening area, there was a giant Onix or something like that. So I go to fight the Onix. It's way over my level. I didn't care. I just wanted to kill it with water attacks because it's crazy weak to that. Its special defense I know is terrible. And obliterate it and get tons of XP. And then, like, get the candies and all that other crap to make my Pokemon, like, super strong. And, like, by the time I got to the other side of the wild area, just naturally playing the game, I was busted for the rest of the entire run. That's barely what Scarlet and Violet do, except the scattered junk is very few and far between. Just got small pockets of vegetation, ruins, and rocks throughout. I haven't played it, so I can't speak to that. But I have played Legends Arceus, and the more you play that game, the worse it gets. It's mostly just a barren, low-res poly wasteland. But, like, sure, that's a problem. And, okay, that's another thing. They push stuff farther away so that you don't see, stuff popping in. The game can run smoother, which obviously is already not happening. I know. I'm just talking about, like, the core game design. Like, if, it's not a video game for a second and it's, like, a tabletop RPG, it would be the most unbalanced tabletop RPG you've ever played. It would be a train wreck. You know, like, it's just, you can't just sloppily throw stuff around there. Things need to be very deliberate. That is number 200. That is quick. So if I do this till, what time do we do this to? 5? If we go till 5, and that was 1 hour about, say. If I do, 200 an hour, we got like another, 250. Assuming I don't take any breaks. So that's, pretty big numbers there. We can get to... I was kind of hoping we get to 500. That's a nice stopping point, but I don't want to push myself. Like, I accidentally last week streamed way longer than I was supposed to. Seriously, the game world is too big for its own good. A lot of quality was wasted for how big and vertical it is. Vertical? Really? Not enough open worlds become vertical. Or intertwine on themselves. I don't know what you mean by that, then. Though some of the vertical Elden Ring levels, I think, were the most annoying. Like, going down in the large caverns and stuff, where I was like, okay, clearly they were trying to bisect levels with, geometry of the world map, and I understand that, because it's too open. And Torrent should have been cut from that game, and everything should have been... like, just like, scoop it in and just, like, crush it in much closer. Elden Ring would have been the best game ever made. Okay, it still had other issues, but that's the first thing I would have said. Cut Torrent, make everything much, much closer together. Adjust some bosses so you don't fight them with Torrents, and change them so they're made to fight a single player. Single player, not armies of players. Yeah, some of the bosses in that are just... bleh. I remember Radon being especially annoying. Like, I like the idea of, like, bringing a bunch of summons, but, like, you summoned people while you were in the fight with him. I don't know if, Question, Cameron. If you just gun it for Radon in Elden Ring, don't summon anybody. Is his health lower? Because then it might actually be better to just go solo. I didn't think of that when I was fighting. I was just trying to kill the guy. Also, you got no summons against Millennia, but that probably would not have helped you. More defense and HP on that boss? No. Though, I wonder if summoning my Mimic buffs the boss. I feel like it should, you know? It's because of that Mimic I was able to stomp Millennia. You can climb every mountain you see, swim around in the sea, starting the region and spelunk through caves under the surface. Breath of the Wild. I mean, they were just looking at Breath of the Wild, trying to cheaply emulate it. You know what? And can you blame them? Radon HP is fixed as is, doesn't matter if you summon the army for him or not. That's dumb. I mean, I get it. That's kind of dumb. And they just, like, insist you fight a certain way against him. But that means, like, what if you summon a human? You know, do you summon humans before you get in there, or is it... whatever. Breath of the Wild, I think, is also way too big for its own good. Breath of the Wild, though, is... Okay, Breath of the Wild, not Tears of the Kingdom. It was designed deliberately to make Hyrule feel barren. That's what they were going for. They were supposed to be, like, in this post-apocalyptic, ruined Hyrule. Things were far apart because it was very early Nintendo Switch, and they were trying to make sure that the LOD would work properly. If you don't believe me, watch videos of people doing Breath of the Wild early versions, unmodded Breath of the Wild, where they do glitches where they, like, fling Link halfway across the map super fast. The game actually can't keep up, even doing its low LOD. The game just is... the hardware wasn't ready yet. And that's always the thing. You know, developers get better and better at developing for certain hardware the longer it's out. That's why we're able to get, like, new games that look better on the same console. Even though that doesn't... You would think that wouldn't be a thing in this modern age, but if you're careful and you're looking at this stuff, you'll see it. Like, even if we go back to, like, the DS, right? Pokemon on the DS, the first games suck. Diamond and Pearl are so unoptimized, it's obnoxious. But then eventually you give it time, they understand how to develop for the system. Platinum is good. Platinum's fine. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, they're great. Black and White, even better. What's going on there? They just understand how to develop for this console more. It's even more obvious if you go back and look at early NES or Super Nintendo and then look at later ones. Look at Final Fantasy IV and then Final Fantasy VI. Both came out on the Super Nintendo. One looks like an NES game. I'm not kidding. 4 looks like an NES game. And then 6 looks beautiful. It's the same thing. They're just getting better at using the same limitations, and they're getting better at it. Honestly, like, limitations, not only, like, in the game design itself for the player experience, makes the game better, but it also makes the developers more creative in how they have to work around that kind of stuff to design their games better. The better consoles become, and people's PCs are, we're kind of losing that whole aspect of design. I think that's part of the reason why games are going downhill, aside from, you know, CEOs and directors being extremely money grubby and short on time and trying to, you know, push stuff out really quick for investors, and it's getting kind of yucky. You can summon players before entering Radon's area, but it cuts you off from summoning all the NPCs, and it scales Radon's HP up. Yeah! That's not worth it. Ew. Let's get to this next one, 222, and I'm gonna take a quick restroom break here. Alright, what do we get? Kaboom! It's green! I'm gonna listen to some little Pokemon's music. I'll be right back. And that was 222. Oh, I even forgot to hit it for you because I didn't reset them. It's how I know Game Freak isn't trying to know Scarlet Violet can do so much better than I didn't even bother. Well, see, I think this is like that Mary Pringles problem. We haven't actually sat down and spoken with any of the developers here. I highly doubt the developers themselves are either malicious, greedy, or lazy. I think they all love what they do. They love Pokemon. They deeply care for what they're working on. And they are trying to make a very good game. However, be it either with budgetary restraints, time restraints, and bad directing, the whole of the game might look really bad, and it might not be any of their faults. So it's more than likely just one horrible person up top. So, anyway, I realized I forgot, we have 2 more classes I have to talk about. Dark Souls we're doing. Let's see. We got, the Cleric would be next after the Pyromancer. So if the Sorcerer is allowed to get extra, soul arrows, I say the Pyromancer is allowed to get an extra, Fireball. So Pyromancer's probably not gonna be too tough. Pyromancer starts with an axe, the hand axe. Yeah, Pyromancer's set. That's gonna be easy. Sorcerer, no, because he starts with a dagger. That's gonna suck. But the hand axe on Pyromancer, so you get range and you get a hand axe. Oof, that's tasty. But Cleric. What's Cleric start with here? Okay, so the Cleric gets, was that a mace? I'm not familiar with that. Shield. He gets a talisman and heal. So I can probably buy another heal, but, like, I don't see why. At least it's, like, taking advantage of the fact that it's the Cleric and you can do some of that stuff, but, like, why? You ready, you? Upgrading the Pyromancy Flame would be pretty nice. Yeah. Yes, it will. So Pyromancer's probably gonna be, Easy Town, right up there next to the Bandit. Hunter might even have the potential of being really easy, too, with the bow. I don't know, I've never really played much with the bow. I'm not good with it, so I'll have to see. And then we come to my favorite class, the Deprived. So, that means, I am not permitted to wear armor for the entirety of the game. And I have to keep the plank shield on the entire time. Is it actually better to block with the club than it is the plank shield? Because if it's better, then, like, just two-hand the club the whole game and just put the plank shield on my back. It's not gonna do any good. Here, let me look at its numbers, because there's no way it's that terrible. It's probably that terrible. Oh my god. Let's see, plank shield, not really getting good comparative numbers here. It's kind of hard to see this. But yeah, plank shield is gonna be terrible. Wait, that can't be right. What am I looking at here? Yeah, I'm not seeing clear numbers. Here we go. Wait, oh, it's... Nope, never mind. It's not what I wanted to see. Oh no, damage reduction. There we go. That is what I wanted to see. Oh my god, it's awful. Oh, it's terrible. It's so bad. So regular physical is 75, which is pretty bad for a shield. 40 on, what is that, fire? I can't identify what that is. But there's magic, fire, and lightning. So I think it's magic is only 40. Fire is only 20, unsurprising. So basically, if someone's dealing fire, oh god, Quailag's gonna suck. Oh god. And 55 for lightning. Okay, we're seeing smoke. All right, so now show me the club. damage reduction. Physical block is the same. Fire is higher. Oh my god. It's actually slightly better, unless it's, magic or, lightning. Then it's barely better to use the shield. That's horrible. Oh my god, I am looking forward to that. It probably only scales with strength, too. I can't see how dexterity is going to make your club any better. And kabam. You know, I wonder if, the grayscale of the Pokemon sliding in is always the same, or if it's already showing this shiny one. Let me think of a Pokemon whose shiny sprite is actually a different grayscale than their normal pattern. Yeah, club only scales with strength. Oh my god. Well, at least we'll fast roll immediately, so that's good. But I'm still gonna need more stamina to attack. All right, see, looking down, I'm not quite seeing the right colors here. Oh god. One problem at a time. I guess the Wanderer, of all of those, genuinely, the Wanderer I'm not very interested in, so... What was the Wanderer again? It was a Scimitar. It's Dex at least, so... It's something, but... Bleed is nice. I assume it bleeds. Basically, any of the Dex weapons... Almost any of the Dex weapons will bleed, I think. Fast roll with an A strength scaling weapon... off rip? Sign me up. Yeah, I'm gonna die quite a bit in that. Yeah. It'll be good times, though. Basically, I'm gonna get my strength to a point where it's acceptable. Well, I mean, well, obviously, first of all, fast roll. You know, I wonder if I shouldn't even level my health. I probably should. But, like, it's not gonna help that much. It's not really gonna do much of anything. Alright, you big silly bird. It's such a weird looking building. Like, the roof is so giant. Is this the tin tower or is the... Yeah, this is the tin tower, the other one's the burnt tower. This roof is so big. I remember as a kid looking at this like, oh my gosh, I'd be so scared being up here. Because you walked up so many floors to get this high. I don't know, just a fear of falling off a roof. I don't know what this bird's even doing. Just chilling up here. Bacaw. I remember hunting for him for so long, and honestly, the resets took longer, I think, in, Urkel, yeah. Man. That was, like, such a huge chapter of my life, just trying to get Shiny Ho-Oh. Did that hit or not? Okay, there. I tapped it, and then I had to tap it, like, fully. I don't think I pressed it all the way down. Unless I tapped it twice. If somebody noticed that, please tell me. Green. Gotta really smack it. Okay, so, I'm sure there's other game stuff going on. Oh yeah, I'm gonna mention it again, just because it's a little later in the stream, but I did officially move over to Blue Sky as opposed to using that garbage site that got completely ruined by the musk. It's got all that musk all over it. It's nasty. Yeah. Poor Twitter. Poor Twitter. Didn't it take 2 years to get the shiny Ho in her? Yeah, it did. I did that for ages. Not only that, like, I was constant. I don't even know the exact number of how many resets. I was estimating after a while. It was over 20,000 something. It was obscene. Yeah, 20,000. I remember doing it all the time. Like, I wasn't even filming back then. Like, I just wanted Ho-Oh so bad. I was, This was, like, I was filming shiny reaction videos and stuff. Well, no, I was filming shiny Pokemon videos, but not reactions at that point. I was doing, like, holding my phone up after it had appeared, excited, talking about it, filming the capture, and maybe me throwing it into battle, and that was it. But had I actually captured footage on Hoa, it would have... Oh, this is excruciating. So this, no matter what, is gonna be faster. There's, like, no chance it's... There's always the chance it's gonna be worse, but, there's always the chance it's gonna show up next. Like, I think right now we've already passed the point where my Celebi appeared. Oh, you know, one thing's already kind of strange here. I'm gonna try and adjust, yeah. Let's scoot that over to the left a little bit. Alright, looks a little better there. Mr. Green. Yeah, 2 years. I worked for 2... Like, I was thinking, like, while I was doing that, like, what on earth am I doing? Like, I could have accomplished so much. I could have, like... As I was working on my comic at the time, I was doing all sorts of stuff. Not the same one that I started working on in 19. But... Which I would still love to go back and do, but I did some work on it, like, a couple months ago, but I'm just not getting the time. And I'm really trying to get video stuff for you guys done now, so... It'd be later before I get a chance to do that when, you know... I don't have a 3-year-old. 256. That's the magic number in the Friend Safari, isn't it? Your shiny odds in Friend Safari. It was something stupidly low. Yeah, boy, that was a slippery slope of what they did in changing the odds of shiny Pokemon. Yeah, and then just like handing so many of them out. Like, I don't think they I genuinely don't think the people who made Pokemon understood why people liked it. So remember the compilation of you whisper shouting yes with the occasional shaking and excitement. Yeah. There's a lot of that. Because, dude, I would get yelled at all the time. Yeah, my parents were awful. Well, I had to live with them. So I had to be very quiet. I couldn't be excited about anything. I couldn't share my excitement with them either. I couldn't even, like, talk about what I was doing. Because, like, they're such hateful people. My brother and sister absolutely didn't care about this either. Yeah. Anything that I'm interested in. They didn't even bother, like, figuring out, like, what I even liked, what I was into. They're just very different people. I don't understand how I'm not adopted. Man, that'd be the best news I'd ever hear if someone's like, oh, you're adopted. Good, I'm not related to those monsters. They're like, oh, just take me, anybody else. Anybody else. There's much worse people out there, so it's always possible. There's always a worse person. Oh, but this big bird, I spent so much of my life looking for this big bird. These Pokemon are gonna stay in this gen, by the way. I'm not transferring anybody after this. They're just sticking in here. I hatched them with that intent of staying in here. There hasn't been a new Pokemon game that has been almost as good as... I'd say the last really good one was Gen 5. It's just been meh to outright bad since then, which is really sad. It's because, like, the mechanics of Arceus should have been... They're okay. Like, it's okay. It's pretty good, but, like... The world... It also feels barren, even though I'm sure by standards compared to Scarlet and Violet, it is packed to the brim with stuff, but, like, there's nothing to do. The story, the characters are... They might actually be the worst I've ever seen, not just Pokemon, but, like, any game. Hold on. Metal Gear Rising is actually worse. But, like, there's very few games that are that bad. It's hard. It's hard getting through a game that you already know is, like, terrible, but, like, you want to play it because it's the same series that you love. You know, like, I, to this day, have not gotten through Metroid Prime Federation Force. I can't get through that game. I can't stomach it because, like, the game itself is actually horrible. And it's not a Metroid Prime game. It's a complete lie. But it's called Metroid Prime. I've beaten every single Metroid game. Some of them I speedrun, for crying out loud. That's the problem with Pokemon. Once the main game's beaten, it all just goes dead really quickly. But, like, the main game is like... there's nothing there. Like, there's no substance. Like, can you imagine, like, playing, like a retro Final Fantasy game? Say they made this on, like, the NES or something, right? So they make a, imagine, like, Final Fantasy 1 was extremely scripted of where you had to go. You got, like, 10 times the XP and gil for beating any, enemies and bosses. So, like... you would have to run from encounters deliberately to feel like you had somewhat of a challenge when you were playing the game. You had no choice of where to go. You were basically drugged through lots and lots of dialogue of uninteresting story and characters, which normally Final Fantasy doesn't do, but just follow me here. And then, like, they just channel you through all this stuff. You're just, like, waiting for the game to get interesting. Like, you feel like you're constantly stuck in a prologue when the game won't let you play. I hate those kind of games that, like, the prologue just kind of sucks and just won't stop. You're like, when's the game gonna start? Modern Pokemon is like that, where you're always like, when's the game gonna start? Like, I can't wait till I finally get this thing so the game's gonna start being fun. Like, as soon as I get to this thing, the game's gonna start being fun. Monster Hunter fans are that psychotic, where, like, some of them were like, oh, okay, it doesn't matter that Generations is that bad. As soon as you get to this monster, it's gonna start being fun. Like, oh, okay, well, you just described the final G-rank monster of the game. That's like 160 hours before the game starts being fun. Like, what are you out of your mind? I paid money for this. Prologue in Pokemon ends when you beat the game. But then when you beat the game, like, there's nothing to do. It's like the world. They didn't think about, like, what's gonna happen after you leave. Like, or come back, or do anything. It's just... Pokemon is leaning so hard on you being obsessed with the TV show and the card game and the characters, the little Pokemon toys and all that stuff. Being into that the mere sight of Pokemon, period, is going to get you excited and make you buy a game, and no matter what actually happens in that game, you're going to like it. Because unfortunately for the majority of players out there, that's actually true. Like, these games are still selling really well. Now, granted, we see sales, we don't see returns. You know, we don't see how many people took that game and went like, oh, this sucked, and just, like, gave it to somebody else. You know, like, you don't really see that. Also, if you gotta sink $60 into something and it's that bad, you know, that reminds me. You remember when Tears of the Kingdom was coming out and Nintendo's like, oh, because this game is so big and so grand, we're gonna have to justify the $70 price tag on this particular game, and other Nintendo Switch games going forward are probably gonna be using that as well. You know, none have. None that I know of. None. And the audacity of making it that game. That game is so cheap. It's so poorly designed. I have a whole review on it if you want to hear why. It's so bad. It's honestly one of the worst Legend of Zelda games. I actually, in that review, concluded it's actually worse than Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword is a better Legend of Zelda game and video game than Tears of the Kingdom. And Tears of the Kingdom had the audacity of charging $70. So, like, I don't get enjoyment from playing bad games and complaining about them. Like, I wanted to enjoy that game. I really do. I love Legend of Zelda. I spent full market price on Baldur's Gate 3 twice, $120, and it was worth every penny. I bought Witcher 3 twice, full price. Excellent. Don't regret it for a second. So yeah, there are some games out there that 100% deserve it. Scarlet wasn't even worth $5. Yeah, I wouldn't spend $5 on it. No. Though there are some games that, man, if I the funds, even with DK Renegade's extremely generous donation earlier, which, once again, thank you if you're still hanging around. That actually is going to make a huge difference for us, you know, being able to keep our house and pay for an absorbent fee for what I like to call legalized theft. The government's like, oh, you own that over there. Like, yeah, I bought it from these other people. Here's the paperwork. I own this house. They're like, okay, you better pay us money, like thousands of dollars every year so that you can keep having it. Why? Oh, because, give it to us, we want the money. Because see the ground under the house? Yeah. That actually belongs to us. No, it doesn't. Like, I bought the property. This is my property. Go away. Like, oh no, but that actually belongs to us. Okay, don't tell me it goes to, like, paying for the roads and the schools in my neighborhood. That's what normal taxes are for, which are also outrageous here. No. They're like, oh, and then every year they're like, oh, I'm sorry, it's gonna be another $600 than it was last year. Yeah, the price of your dirt is going up. You know, that's what happens to, you know, dirt when you buy dirt and grass. Yeah, I'm mad about that. But anyway, there's a bunch of games that if I had money that wasn't going towards, you know, keeping these crooks in office subdued, allowing me to stay in my house so that they don't come and arrest me for simply living on the dirt I bought. I'm a little mad at that. But, like, I just saw this morning, Black Friday stuff is already coming out. Yep, video game deals. Indie stuff, too. Like, you can get a physical of, Sea of Stars, which is a very good game. It's kind of hard to settle halfway on that. I haven't gotten to review it yet. Very good is where I'm gonna land. For like $25 or something like that. Physical? That's less than what I paid for digital. Like, that's a good deal. Very good deal. If I had the option for a physical, I would have done it, but, you know, it didn't get a physical for like several months after it came out, and I really wanted to play it. Also, you're saying V Rising. Yars Rising, before I get to your comment. Yars Rising was the next one I saw. Physical, like, 20 or 15 flat? I don't remember. But, like, for a physical, I was like, oh, if it can hit 15, like, I feel like I can't resist it anymore. Even though I haven't heard good things about it. But the fact of what it is it's more of like the fact of what it is. I just want to try it. Bought V Rising on sale while it was in early access. Kind of wish I spent full price for its full release. Is that weird? Oh, no, yeah. Like, there's points where I bought games for so cheap. Like, I think it's yeah, I just wish, like, I could promote the developer some more. You know, there's games that are like that I just wish I could have encouraged more of that kind of game. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff, but not a lot of, like, big stuff this year. You know, and maybe this is me getting old and petty, but there's a lot of games that I probably would have wanted to play, but just as an adult struggling in this economy, I can't justify playing some games when the developer was really screwing over the people who worked at that company. Like, we saw, like, didn't, like, Annapurna, the entire Annapurna team walk out because of exploitation and corruption from their CEO, or producer, head director, I don't remember. Person in charge. Bossing them all around. I don't remember who exactly it was. I saw photos, but I don't remember their name. Oh my god, like, a more recent one, a disgusting, Nintendo does disgusting stuff a lot. Nintendo, just a few years ago, allowed Alpha Dream to go out of business. The Alpha Dream team who had been making the Mario and Luigi series, I don't remember how long. They, like, that was their job. They basically worked at Nintendo, but Nintendo never purchased them. They were always contracting. So when Alpha Dream, the company, started to fail because Nintendo wasn't, you know, funding them properly, they all went out of business. They lost their jobs, and then Nintendo the scummy, disgusting, disgraceful Nintendo decides, okay, forget all those actual human lives. They mean nothing to us. Let's just now outsource to the next bidder, lowest bidder, of who wants to make the Mario and Luigi series. And it was the folks who made Octopath Traveler. They made the new Mario and Luigi Brotherhood. That's gross. So, I like the Mario and Luigi series. Probably my favorite was, I played Partners in Time to completion. I really liked it. It was the only one they actually never remade, by the way. I thought that was really weird. But I loved it. It was a lot of fun. And I played Super Mario RPG, which is what it's based on. I played some Paper Mario, which is kind of where the series split. It kind of made two different RPGs. Paper Mario went in one direction where it kind of forgot about the Mario RPG elements, which is what the Mario and Luigi series tried to hold on to. And, yeah, like, all that Alpha Dream work, everything that they slaved over for decades, who cares? Nintendo just, like, that is so heartless and awful. Oh, it's gross. Like, I honestly can't stomach playing a game like that when they've done something so terrible. Like, the thing was with Scarlet and Violet, too. Not Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield. Pokemon Sword and Shield. There was so much drama about that. It, like, so many lies, so many horrible, disgusting moves made by Game Freak, the Pokemon company, all coming out at the same time. It was diabolical. And, man, there's unfortunately always going to be a toxic fan base that says, oh, no, you're just trying to victim blame. You know, the people who are complaining about these things with legitimate concerns. Oh, it's sad, man. I'm not even that good at Diablo-style MMOs, but damn, the game makes you feel rewarded for your efforts. I'm no good at those either. Never really been my kind of thing. Actually, we're a little over 100, so maybe we are faster than 100 per hour. Might be able to get to 5 by the time we're out of time today. A lot of green feathers. A lot of green feathers. It's okay. We'll get there. Have that nice big dust stamp in the middle. Yeah, I wonder what, actually, now that I'm... Yeah, let's not talk about how much I can't stand some aspects of the game industry and how, the Game Awards are going to be a complete joke, just like they were last year. Let me see here. If I was going to name Queen and Bluger, so Shuckle and Ditto, also from some of my favorite games ever, what games would they be and what would their names be? So we already did The Witcher for Bargas, Kai Hunter is Metroid, Fox Die is Metal Gear, Dusk is Dark Souls. Well, I should just turn around, shouldn't I? What games do I like? Let me see, what did I paint? Xenoblade. Ooh. Well, I have like two sloshy slime-like enemies for my Pokemon on my team. I'm not really sure. One in Xenoblade would be a good idea. Make somebody rhyme. Rhyme time? Oh, Pikmin. Oh my god, there's gotta be a Pikmin something here. Oh my god! What? You gotta be kidding me! Oh my god! It's only 311. What? Oh my god! This is not real. Hold on. It can't be happening. Oh my god. I worked so damn hard. So damn hard to find you. 2 freaking years. Over 20,000 soft resets to get you in Heart Gold. And in one goddamn sitting in Gen 2. And you're like, alright. Okay. You deserve this, HamsterBomb. I am so sorry. Oh my god. Oh, ow. God. Oh my god. Only 311 soft resets. We already found shiny Ho-Oh. Oh my god. Okay. I gotta learn something right now. We should have been looking this up before. I need to learn about how struggle works in Gen 2. Because, just as a quick recap, to let you guys know, using status ailments in Pokemon Gen 2 and 1 to try and catch something is completely pointless. Like, sleep and freeze actually help quite a bit, but that's the only ones that can. And, this Ho-Oh can use Safeguard, so there go the status ailments. And, if you can actually get him to 1 HP, lucky you changed your 1% full HP catch to, like, a 4% catch, grabbing 1 HP. And it doesn't even matter, because Ho-Oh can recover. So, here we are, looking up how struggle is gonna work. God. Ugh. Oh my god. I don't get lucky. Does it know that? Does it? Oh my god, it's so pretty, man. Like, that's such a freaking good shiny. God, he looks great in Gen 2. I'm looking at, like, my sprite that I made for, actually, in the Etsy thing in the corner, which only for the people who were, joining me on stream, because apparently that sale is only lasting for this stream, by the way. So, very quick plug for our Etsy page. 35% off any of the Pokemon Pearlers, only while this stream's going, because it was supposed to go off until I found Ho-Oh, and as of right now, I still don't have it. We need to learn how struggle is going to work in Gen 2, so I'm going to look this up really fast. Pokemon Gen 2 struggle. Alright. Struggle. Thanks, Bulbapedia. Give me some info. I need the deets. Alright. Generation 2. User will take recoil damage even if struggle breaks a substitute. Or forget about that. So we're basically Gen 1 rules. So, if the user of struggle attacks first and knocks itself out due to recoil damage, the opponent will not attack or be subjected to recurrent damage during that round. Struggle breaks substitute. Self-inflicted recoil damage from struggle from the previous turn can be countered if the opponent does not make a struggle can be countered. Remember, in this scenario, Pokemon is permanently unable. Okay. A Pokemon is permanently unable to use struggle as long as any of its unused move slots has more than 0 PP. Right, well, obviously. Because there's ways to infinitely get PP. This move is not in the first slot when it's used, and there's a glitch. I don't care about glitches, man. I just want to. So it's just gonna be. It does a quarter. No, yeah, okay, I see it. So Gen 2, 1/4 damage dealt. So honestly, I'm gonna say we don't even need to pay attention to how many moves Ho-Oh has. I'm just gonna start chucking balls. If we get to the point where it's gonna die from struggle, I'm gonna throw the Master Ball. I do have a Master Ball. I'm not gonna be a complete nincompoop here, but... Oh my god, my throat. Oh, quick, y'all, buy the Pearlers, because sale's going in real friggin' quick, yeah, apparently. Kim set this up. Kim's gonna be so disappointed. He'll be like, yeah, Kim, by the way, that sale you worked really hard on to get up, that was supposed to be up there for God knows how many months. It's already over. Because I already found Ho-Oh. Oh my god. I'm scared to touch anything. Oh god. Oh my god. It's so freaking cool. Oh my god. Alright, Pack. Because here, like I mentioned before, your odds at actually catching a Pokemon like this are extremely low. I have 2 Master Balls because I traded one over from Crystal. I didn't use it in Crystal, so I brought it over here just in case I ran into a random shiny or something that I couldn't have. So that's why there's 2. I'm not hacking anything. Great Ball, Lure Ball, Ultra Ball, Fast Ball. Fast Ball looks pretty freaking beautiful. Let's see. I'm drinking water. I'm getting ready to spit it out. Oh, it actually shook. Oh my god. Gust? Alright. Oh, wow. You're holding leftovers. That's actually rather helpful. But as soon as a Sacred Fire comes out, he's gonna die. Ugh. Yeah, as soon as it's on its last struggle or you're on your last Pokemon Master Ball it. Oh yeah, I forgot about last Pokemon. I mean, I can max revive. Also, there is no way Ho-Oh was killing Shuckle. No way. Alright. Well, that was that one. That's not gonna have any extra chances, so forget that. I'm gonna say Ultra Ball's probably our way to go for the rest of this. I bought some extra ones, so... Oh my god, it matches! Oh, they look so good! Look at that! That's beautiful! Look at that color! Alright, that was 2 attempts. 311. That's insane. Are you just gonna keep hitting me with that? I'm just gonna mash A now. I'm making sure that's gonna be safe. Alright. Okay. Just don't mess this up. I expected that. It's a 1% chance, I believe, to catch it at full HP with a Pokeball. Oh, that's beautiful! Look at that! Oh my god, you see how, like, the color, like, cycle flashed? Oh, that was beautiful! Didn't almost kill Shuckle with Sacred Fire on practice. I don't remember. I just remember it didn't. Alright, yeah, let's send out Queen. Though I could use Bluger as, you know, level 90 and block it with that. But honestly, I think Queen is gonna be tankier than the Ditto. Alright. Alright. Battle of my 2 favorite Pokemon. What a day. Alright. Come on. Let it happen. That ball was made for you. Alright, it's okay. It's okay. You're still beautiful. I still love you. Still love you. Oh, Safeguard. About time. So I think you get like 10 Safeguards. This should go on for quite a while. In fact, we're probably going to run out of Ultra Balls. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to stare at this for longer. It broke free. So in Gen 1, I was trying to talk about this earlier and I completely forgot to finish up my tangent. Oh, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. Does Shuckle have Shuckle should have leftovers right now. Oh wait, no, does it not? It might not. Can I get rid of the burn? I didn't think of I have a let me see here. Escape for break, rare candy, max. Yeah, okay, so I gotta use the full heal. That's a bummer. Whatever. Get rid of that. I'm trying to be very deliberate here. Get this logo! It's beautiful! Man, if I could make, like, some version of this thing that could actually, like, color cycle, like a light, I want a sprite of Gen 2 Ho-Oh, like, light that cycles through its Sacred Fire color scheming. Oh, beautiful. Alright, here we go. I think we have leftovers, so we should slowly heal. Won't rest cure the burn? That's a good question, I don't know. Sacred... It's not messing around. If I get burnt again, I'll try it. Oh my god, critical hit. Oh no, don't get burned this turn. Okay, alright, I actually need to use the item of the full restore. Do I have one? Because if it uses Gust or anything, I'm gonna actually lose Shuckle. I only have 1 revive. Full restore, here we go. It's okay. It's the most important fight in the game. I do not care about my items. We'll survive. Stop it! What's it doing? Oh my god. Don't crit, don't burn. What the heck? Safeguard faded. Why are you guaranteeing a burn right now? Full heal. Yeah, Queen's holding something. I'm assuming it's leftovers. Recover. Alright. Thanks for allowing me to throw another ball at you. Okay. This thing is cheating. It is. What are the odds of that happening? And it's already, like, the most unlikely Pokemon ever. Recover. Okay. That's what I was expecting to have happen. So clearly I don't have leftovers. Shuckle has something else. It's XP share. I should have changed that for this fight. 1. Okay, well, I saw a shake. That was one glorious shake. You see that shake, guys? That was good. That was good stuff. That was good. Lance, beware. We got guaranteed burns. Yeah, apparently. Well, here, it used 4 Sacred Fires, and I think, well, 1 KO'd, so we don't know. And then, so out of 3, 2 out of 3 burned. Yeah, that's nice. After this, we have Great Balls. But we have a lot of these to throw. Come on. Oh. So yeah, I looked it up with some catching calculators. Because, like, this feels like it's going against all the rules of catching a legendary Pokemon. But as a kid, apparently I was told, like, oh, it's easier to catch Pokemon if you weaken it. And, technically that's true, but only barely is it true. And if the Pokemon can use Safeguard and Recover, no, just throw balls every turn. It's gonna struggle eventually. Safeguard, but it failed. Okay, thanks for just, you know, doing that. And then the chances are technically gonna go up when it starts to struggle, but 1. Oh. So I think in Gen 1 and 2, you don't have to wait for 1, 2, 3 click. It's just 1, 2 done. So it should be a lot. Like if you see it shake a second time, that's like effectively 3 shakes. If we see 1 shake, it's basically 2. Oh. Like we have decent shots here with these Ultra Balls. Like there's a good chance we can actually get it without a Master Ball. I was even thinking, like, oh, I could go look for a Stantler or something leveled up really high just to use Hypnosis and try to withstand a hit from Sacred Fire, but that's just to try to put it to sleep and get a better shot. And if it uses Safeguard when it leads, it's not gonna work, and the whole thing would be pointless. It appear to be caught. Oh, here it comes again. Alright, this is the 4th or the 5th one? I think it's the 5th one. Do not burn, I swear. Good! But I can't heal myself. That's okay, because he only has Gust now. Alright. Or she. I don't know. All my shinies are... I think all my shinies are female here, so maybe this is a female. Oh, it's even like... It's a deliberate gold color, too. I really like the look of that. Like, look at Shuckle, that's yellow. Like, my HP, that's yellow. This beautiful bird, that sucker's gold. That's so good. Oh, my heart. I haven't felt this in so long. Alright, I don't think it might be able to, KO me from here. I don't think so. It doesn't have Sacred Fires anymore, so I'm just gonna use the Ultra Ball. If it hits me with another Gust, I think I'll survive, and then I'll just, heal from there. Probably a Lemonade. Oh my god! Oh, I saw this. Calm down. I saw this second shake. Oh my god. Okay, alright. We can do that. We can do this. Come on. Come on. Get in there. Get in that ball. End my Etsy sale. Okay. I think we gotta heal now. Actually, if I have a Lemonade, that's perfect. How prepared am I? I have Lemonades. Come on. Every good Pokemon trainer knows you just buy lots of Lemonades. There we go! I got Lemonades. I got a little bored buying them, though, so I guess I stopped at a certain part. Stop it, my heart can't take this. I know it needs to be in that beautiful ball. It's so freaking pretty. Pack. I'm taking my time, making sure I'm very careful here. I'm glad there's no rubber band wrapped around my system. That always scared me so much, doing shiny hunts where I had to put, like, an actual band on my DS, and it does mess with your buttons over time. Oh, okay. It's being nice so you can sell more on Etsy. That's what it's doing. Absolutely. 1. Oh. I just need 1 good lucky throw. 1 lucky throw. Come on, I got the... I can't believe it's already here. 1. Ah! Oh. but it can clearly shake. Like younger me would have never believed that this would have worked. Because, like, who in their right mind throws the ball at the Pokemon when they're at full HP? But apparently it doesn't affect it that much. Oh, Gust. It's blowing through its PP, though. Critical hit. Ugh. Well, it's one lucky bird. Come on. 1, 2, I might have to make this perler. Like, that's just beautiful, man. Ooh, what if I did it where I made, like, the eye glow or something like that? Oof. Ooh, I don't know. I could actually make, like, the ball next to it. Whatever ball we end up getting. Just the pause alone. Well, gives me the heebie-jeebies. Okay. Just stop hitting the queen. Stop it. Ah. It's every time. Well, we only got 2 shakes once, I think. We might have got it a second time. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was only once. Still got quite a lot of Ultra Balls. Oh. Okay. All right. I'm ready. All right. Even that, like, orangey coral color, like, that they used for the darker feathers. Oh. That's such a nice color palette. I love the look of this thing. Okay. All right, never mind. I'm ready. It's okay. I'm ready. Don't make me use the Master Ball. I'm expecting to use Master Ball. I already came in expecting that. If I could somehow miraculously get a shiny Gen 2 Ho-Oh in an Ultra Ball. Oh my god. End that Etsy sale. End it now. Okay. No, nothing. Okay. Oh god. I'm already out of water too. Like, this thing. Ugh. I was expecting this in, like, 3 to 4 months, okay? And that's, like, quick. That's quick. I was planning out in the long run, expecting this to go for so far. Oh my god. You know, does Lugia have awful moves like this too, or is it really just Ho-Oh that recovers and uses Safeguard? Because this is mean. Seriously, it's probably the hardest Gen 2 Legendary to capture. Even the dogs aren't that hard to chase them down. Like, and they even retain their health too. I'm pretty sure in Gen 2 they return their health. They do that in Gen 4. But I never had much trouble with the dogs. I thought the dogs chasing them down was a lot of fun in Gen 2. Okay. Oh, cool as all. Oh, you got 2 grays. Let me see if you can make that an overbear. Oh, he's made of gold. I can take 1 more and then we're gonna lemonade up. Okay, come on. Come on, Ho. Oh. Oh. See, I gotta see my doctor later. I'm too old for this. You're actually causing physical harm to my old man body. Should I have had the same reaction that I did way back in the day? God, what did I even do? It was something really... that kind of crap. Lots of that. So I had to stay really quiet. Alright, we're gonna be a little safe here. Let's lemonade up. Oh, yeah, the Pokemon of Fortune. You know, that's just it. It's actually a really good name for any shiny Pokemon. Name, yeah. For Cameron, guys, next shiny you get, name it Fortune. That's a great name. But, like, of all shinies, this Pokemon was supposed to be, like, his color palette as a shiny was supposed to be silver and gold. That was the idea because of the generation. It was supposed to be silver and gold. Explicitly gold, because it's the Pokemon from Pokemon Gold. But I always got weirded out that Lugia, they didn't make him, like, try to make it look like it's silver. I know that's harder to get across than gold is in sprites, but I think think I could have done it. I'm hunting a Chimchar right now. Might be named Fortune. Yeah, might never think about it. I always kind of got that vibe out of, like, the tiki-looking vibe of Infernape, you know? Like, it's, some sort of, like, oh, how am I trying to say? You know, like, those weird, like, fortune teller get-ups and, like, the like, carnival kind of looking thing. Something kind of gave me that vibe. You know, fortune, it kind of ties into me somehow. Even though it's more of a tiki vibe. We need more tiki-themed Pokemon. Well, actually, no, we don't. We just got some weird new legendaries, I think. I don't even know what their names are. I don't even pay attention anymore. I genuinely could not name 5 Pokemon from the new game. That came out, like, what, 5 years ago? I don't even know. Probably not 5. I have no clue. Okay. But anyway, here we go. Any second now. We could do this. I gotta make sure I don't accidentally throw, let's see. Okay, so I'll accidentally throw the Lure Ball, actually, after I throw the all the Ultra Balls. But we're only, like, halfway through them right now. I know what you're talking about, I forgot them too. Yeah, something. But my mind is not there right now, okay? I am focused on what I'm doing. And it is, somehow catching a Gen 2 Shiny Legendary in a matter of hours. What am I supposed to do with the rest of my streaming time today? I was supposed to do... Oh my god. This is so weird. Oh my god, what a lucky game. What a lucky game. Let's not speak too soon. We don't have it yet. 1. Okay. These last, like, dozen or so balls have not been so fortunate to get into the 2 shakes, and we need to shake on top of that after that. Okay. It's somewhere along the lines of, like a 20% roll, 20% roll, 20% roll, like, or 20%, 20%, and then 20% for the catcher, I think. So, like, whatever the actual, or maybe it's like 13 or so, but whatever adds up to landing the same thing 3 times in a row is around 1% chance. So, if we were to throw out 100 Ultra Balls, actually, no, that's a Pokeball. I don't know what the Ultra Balls chance is. I don't know, we might have a better shot. Might be more like 3. Oh. Have a good run on Dark Souls and outrageous luck on Shiny Horror. Apparently, this truly is outrageous luck. You know what's actually really cool is Queen started with outrageous luck because I hatched, I think, 2 eggs. It was my fastest ever hatched Pokemon I've ever done. And Ho-Oh is just barely my second fastest soft reset, only because I think my Celebi was only like 200 something. He's probably gonna start spamming Gust because I think he's out of safeguards and he's probably out of recovers. Meaning, it's coming down to the wire soon. Yeah. Honestly, I think we should start... We might even no... I was thinking, like, we might even want to let Queen die, because then we are spending less turns on healing and more turns throwing balls. Oh my god, do it! Ah! Ah! You see, I'm mathing right now, okay? Oh, what was I at before? 20... It's only using Gust right now, so I think it is out of the other moves. If it only uses Gust, for the remainder of this... Yoshi. What the heck is Yoshi? Oh, we needed, an HM to get up here, didn't we? Rock Smash or something like that? Okay. Recover. Oh, never mind. It actually has recovers still. Forget that! Right back to Ultra Ball Town! Our odds are gonna go down if we have to use Great and regular Pokeballs. Ugh. Ugh. Catching Pokemon in this generation was so freaking hard. Okay. I've got enough, though. Like, I believe I have enough to throw all the way until its last its last turn of using all of its moves and struggling down to 1/4 HP. Huh. I don't think I think I've only had to Master Ball 2 shinies before. And they were both about to kill themselves. Mewtwo in Heart Gold was going to struggle to kill himself. So I had to Master Ball him. And my Rayquaza was going to kill himself from confusion from using Outrage. Like, he was about to kill himself. He hit himself once and almost... like, if he did it again, he was dead. So, that's that. Man, that was short. That was probably the worst. You know, you can't actually have a worse capture than a Pokemon who has Safeguard and Recover. If they have a way to confuse themselves, it can get worse. So what, I started with about 80 Ultra Balls, and now we have like 25 left. But we've gotten, like 4 or so 2 shakes. So I have hope. I have hope. I mean, heck, it's far more likely that we catch it with one of these than it is actually finding a shiny Ho-Oh in the matter of hours. What, 2 hours? It was 2 hours and I found one. That's so stupid short. Oh my god, I found this thing in less time than it took me to find any of the shinies that are on my team. How on earth is that the case? That makes no sense. This is so ridiculous. Come on, do it. Just do it. Do it. I dare you. Oh my god, I'm so tempted to make this thing as some sort of a perler. I'm really into making them with lights now. I've been messing with, like, soldering wires and LEDs and all that, and, like, they look really good. Making perlers with LED lights. Because, like, the hole for the perler, if you get, like, a little dowel or something, you can, like, a circular dowel, you can, like, widen it just a bit to pop an LED in there, and that's what I've been doing with my Shin Megami Tensei ones. And I have some Pokemon ones that I am working on right now, by the way, on our Etsy shop, which Ho-Oh might just turn off my sale for 35% off, though the custom ones that are not up there just yet are, you can basically choose any Pokemon from Gens 1 through 5, and shiny or not, I can make their box sprite, or of any form. Make the box sprite, as long as there's a box sprite of the form, which most have that. Actually, I believe all of them do, except maybe Sunny Cherum you might not be able to do. There might be some, like, cast form you might not be able to do, I'm not sure, but... Anyway, you choose the Pokemon, you choose the ball that you want them in, and I'll make both out of Perlers. They stand up, they're about yay big together, and the Pokeball lights up. So it's relatively small, but it's a lot of work, obviously, so... I don't know how the pricing will end up being, because I'm still building them and trying to figure out the timing and all that, and how reasonable it is to make this kind of stuff, and... Ah! Ho was biding its time for this epic moment. If you'd have told me, go back in time and you tell me, like, oh, it's you know this Ho-Oh that you spent 2 agonizing years soft resetting for? In one day, in 2024, you're gonna casually sit down and get one in 2 hours. I would have, like, flipped tables, smashed, oh god, I've been so mad. Oh, come on, Cole. Now I'm starting to worry you're not gonna do the grand ultimate finisher move of staying in one of these balls. Because that Ultra Ball looks so perfect. It's these same freaking colors. It's beautiful. Oh, and the irony that, like, my longest... Well, hold on. I think I did, 2 soft resets that were longer than this. My Aerodactyl, soft reset in front of the fossil guy was excruciating. But the odds were better in that. My resets for I think my Regigigas was actually higher than this, and the odds were better, so, phew, yuck. Oh, I need more air. I can't do this, man. Okay. How many we got left? 13. Oh, and now I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I'm literally sweating. Oh my god. Come on! Okay, so I'll tell you what. I'm still able to stream until 5. If we can catch this guy, which if we don't, there will be literal tears shed over this thing. I'm so scared something stupid's gonna happen to my 3DS. It's just gonna like crap out or something. It's never done that before. We should heal. I don't know where it is on its moves. And Queen is tanking a lot of these hits. Oh my god. Now it's ripping out lots of gusts. It's probably just got gusts till the end of time now. And, we might want to let Queen die after this. Oh my god. But anyway, if we can get this in a reasonable amount of time, I will continue with what remains of the rest of our stream, actually playing around with our new team member. Oh, where we're gonna prepare to go to the Elite Four in Victory Road with that. Yeah. Oh god. Oh, it's beautiful. You can actually do this before you beat the 8th gym, I believe. I think it's about the struggle. I've been half counting. Thank you. That's great, because this is the first time I think I've not counted at all. Oh, it's actually making it a little more stressful for me. I don't want to be reminded that I'm not counting, but yeah, it's just using, well, it's here. If we total up its moves and how many items I've spent, because that's how many turns we've used, yeah, it should be coming down to the wire soon. Gust, it's still got some. If you count up its move sets, which actually I could do really quickly. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up, Cerebi. And I'm gonna go to Gen 2 Ho-Oh. And we're just gonna do a little math here. So, PP count is, 5 Sacred Fires, 25 Safeguard, 35 Gust, 20 Recovers. So, adding that together, that is, 85 moves. Yeah, that's not a lot. It's about the struggle. So, because I had about 80 Ultra Balls, and we used several items, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna let Shuckle die, and we're chucking the rest of our stuff now. You know what? I might want to save 2 Ultra Balls just in case we're getting to the struggle turns. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, 2. That would be the ones I could reliably throw, because the last one has to be... No, it's only 1, really, that I could... No, it's 2. It's 2 that I would know. Alright, we're letting Queen go. Queen, you did an outstanding job of tanking through that. Ah! You could run from it. Okay, well, nobody's really gonna block, the Gust very well, so here we go. Fox Die. Pack Ultra Ball. I'm trying to be so freaking careful with my menuing. Okay. Oh. You're gonna do it, aren't you? No? Okay, okay. How much does this deal? That's less than I thought. Okay. Now, so if it uses Struggle on one of these turns... Yeah, so I'm gonna save 2 Ultra Balls for the struggling turns, because that's gonna be a slightly higher chance. The best Ultra Ball chance we're gonna have. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. Great Balls it is. Yeah, I think that's our best chance right now. Nice and blue! Do you like blue? Nope, not really. Here it comes! Oh my god! Here it comes! Wait, what the heck? What the heck? That was it? What? Whoa, whoa! Why did it only take... What the... Well, hold on. Why did it... What just happened? Why did struggle... Was struggle 1/4 of the damage dealt? Wait a minute! Revive Shuckle! What are we doing? Revive Shuckle! Do I have a max revive? Tell me I have a max revive. Is this the top? Okay, max revive. Anybody have max revive? I can't believe that that's the way that it works in this game, but apparently that's the way it works. Yes! Okay. Queen. I think that's what's happening here. Oh, wow, that's not a lot. Yeah, so if that's what's going on, we can actually exploit this for as long as possible. Oh, this is gonna make me so itchy. But we're gonna exploit Ho-Oh struggling. Oh. God, that made me feel so awful. But okay, here we go. We're gonna... You know what? Since it's taking so little, I'm gonna Pokeball. Or Lure Ball. Get that out of here. I can't believe I actually didn't bring enough balls for this. Oh, okay. Yeah, it kind of sat in there for a second. I don't know, something. Struggle. Alright, so it's only going to take very little now, I assume. Yeah, okay, so it's based on the damage dealt. That's so weird. Alright, Queen. Now that it's Struggle, I believe, is a physical move, it should do next to nothing. Alright, let's do regular Pokeballs. Because I think, we got about that many turns. I think. Come on. Oh my god, that would have been amazing. This might actually happen. I might actually get in a regular Pokeball. Look how little that's doing. Why is it dragging this out? Look what it's doing to me. Oh man, I don't know if I can stream after this. I'm gonna need a... I'm gonna need to take a breather, get some freaking water, but we will at least play around with it if I don't fail and do something very stupid. Oh my god. These are actually fogging up. I'm getting so moist just looking at it. Okay. Oh, I hate reading that. Can you imagine what this bird is actually doing right now? Like, just like, I did nothing to hit it this whole time, and it's just now just desperately trying to flop on the ground like a fish trying to kill me. I better not accidentally chuck Master Ball. We need to watch how many of these we have. Why didn't they keep it like this? Struggle is so scary. Yeah, I know. This makes so much more sense. Like, why does my recoil take way more than what, you know. Anyway, this struggle, I can't believe older Pokemon did an actual mechanic better than modern Pokemon. Please, Alex, please don't say you feel moist looking at pixels. I'm sorry, I need to... Don't write that down, people. Okay, hit with recoil. We got 9 more of these and then 17. I could probably throw all of those. Okay. I wonder what the odds are for, you know, as this is changing, because I don't really know what its HP is. I am going to have to heal at one point, though, because he's going to struggle for freaking ever. Oh, my God. I wonder if we should... No, just do this. I don't know exactly how many moves we have, if it's better to heal more and wait for him to get lower and then throw all the balls while I can. Like, what's gonna math better? But we're gonna wait till Shuckle gets close, and I'm gonna heal Shuckle the way we've been doing with the lemonades. Let's not mess up this plan. Oh my God. Do I have to start taking off my clothes, Ho-Oh? You're getting me all hot and spicy. Your sacred fire. Oh my God. Oh, that sacred fire. Oh, I'm gonna pass out. Oh my God. I almost passed out the other day, actually. I've never... Like, I normally don't pass out, but it's actually getting really hot in my room here. And I'm a little worked up. And I'm wearing a sweater. Main reason why I need to, hit the stream. Yeah, actually, I think we can throw all these balls. We have time for this. Okay. If it's in the Pokeball, like, that would be unbelievable. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! What? What the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god. What? There's no way. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh. That is a Pokeball. Oh my god, I'm so lightheaded. It isn't a normal Pokeball. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta save. I gotta focus. I gotta focus and save here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, what are those colors? What is that thing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am so lightheaded. I'm having trouble actually lifting my arms. Like, I'm sorry I slammed my arm down on my table, but... save. So before then, though, we have something important to do. As I've named each of our shinies in this, after one of my favorite games I've ever played, Dusk is from Dark Souls. And on top of that, Dusk has double meaning. It is intended for this to be the perfect retirement shiny for me to hunt in. Because it's kind of like a big setting sun. Works out for like the shiny Phoenix Pokemon. Oh my god. 311. Do I have an escape rope? Can I get out of here? I want to see that thing so bad. Yes, I do. Okay, 1. This isn't the time to use that. What? Wait, oh my god. So if I use the escape rope, can I fly? Can I fly when I'm up here? Do we have a flyer? Oh, I don't have a flyer. Well, we're about to. Okay. I gotta run out of here. Though, if I escape rope here, I don't know what's gonna happen. Please do not take me back upstairs. Thank God. Okay. Okay. God, my hands are actually shaking. Oh my god, I need food, I need water, I need a break. But this is such a short story. Oh my god, this was an 8192 odds hunt. This isn't any of those sissy modern day Pokemon hunts. Even freaking, like, Gen, 7 and on, like, doubled the odds, and then it got easier and easier with all sorts of crazy methods, starting from, actually, let's heal up. Starting from Gen, 2. Yeah, Gen 2, like, the one that progenitor of shiny Pokemon added its own secret shiny hunting method, but then, like, 3, I don't think, no, 3 made Masuda method, I think 3 made Masuda method, and then 4, I don't feel like giving a history lesson right now. Who cares? Oh my god, okay, we're gonna deposit whatever Yoshi is, stands for. Get out of here. Oh my god, because it is time to withdraw. Dusk! Oh my god, guys, I actually am ready to switch this over. Oh, look at that. Alright, so, since that was such a short amount of time for the Etsy shop thing, I'm going to permit that for the remainder of the stream. Give you a chance, because I know you're watching this for a bit. Oh my god. Pokemon. Dusk. Oh, it's even holding, Sacred Ash or something? I don't remember what it is, but it's an awesome item. And, Lugia doesn't get anything like that, by the way. Alright, let's stats. Let's look at this baby. Okay. Oh, it's so beautiful, man. Sacred Ash, yes, that's it. I've been out of touch for a long time, but I remember my favorite Pokemon, man. So I think we should switch. Actually, since I have Ho-Oh pulled up here, let's play this puppy. So it's gonna learn Fire Blast. Why though? Why on earth would you use Fire Blast on Ho-Oh? It has Sacred Fire, so forget that. It gets Sunny Day, which is nice, but if it like guaranteed that Sacred Fire wouldn't miss, but even still, Sacred Fire has much better accuracy than Fire Blast. It doesn't hit as hard, but at least it hits all the time. Pretty much all the time. Sunny Day, Swift, Whirlwind, Ancient Power. That's actually pretty sweet. And Future Sight at 99. So I'm gonna say we're gonna give it Fly instead of Gust. It's keeping Recover and Sacred Fire. What's the last move gonna be? What about TMs here? Oh my god, ooh, Hyper Beam. Yeah, I might even give it Fire Blast. It's possible. I don't know. Like, Earthquake is actually, I think, what I gave my other Ho-Oh, because I think Ho-Oh has tremendous physical attack. So, yes, it does. It has higher physical attack than it has special. So you want to give it type moves that are going to be, like, flying, are going to be physical moves. So Fly might actually be one of its best attacks. Yeah, Fly's a must. Okay, and there we go. We're looking this up right now. So, Pokemon Gen 2 EV... No, IV, right? No. IV is the ones that they learn from over time. And EV is the ones that they get for their base... oh god, this is alphabetized. Why would you do that? Put them in Dex order, you monsters. Alright, Ho-Oh. Level 40, right? Yep. Alrighty. Wait a minute. What the heck? Why can't... Oh, it's set. Wait, no, hold on. No, it's not. How do I know what, why can't I input any of his stats in? It's a Gen 2 one. Is it, like, preset all the time? Is that really how it works in Gen 2? Because, I know that some shenanigans happen when you transfer them up, but we're just gonna sit here on this. Ivy. I can't input any of it. I don't know. Is this calculator just weird? Backwards. Well, the EV-IV thing. Yeah, that's backwards. But, like, I don't know about, IVs are what they have. EVs aren't through battle. I know, but, like, there's nowhere on this calculator that I'm looking at right now that actually lets me input what his actual stats say. Stat calculators? IV calculators? What? Is it backward? I don't understand what's going on here. Okay, I'm gonna look at another one. Maybe this is just the way that Gen 2 works. All Pokemon are, like, identical until you raise them and they naturally learn. Yeah, they get different stats that way. My internet's going really freaking slow right now. Oh, my god, it's still trying to load this site. I'm pretty sure Shinies have fixed stats. Oh, you're right! Shinies have fixed stats in Gen 2. DVs for Gen 2. I don't know how to determine. Let's see, experience stats. Oh, no, this one doesn't do that. We'll see what it is, though. This one actually lets me do it. Okay, so Ho-Oh, level 40. Stat XP, none. Okay, so stats. His HP, 134. The attack is 117. The defense is 85. My hands are still shaking. 101. This is making it really tough trying to type. 136 and 85. Submit. Please submit. Does the submit button not do anything? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, invalid stats. Why'd you give me invalid stats? How's that even possible? For his base? That doesn't even make any sense. Like, I didn't type it in wrong, did I? Oh, I did type it in wrong, because they put them in the wrong order. Idiots. Alright, so his attack, defense. I'm on, SciPokes.com. Screw SciPokes.com for putting the stats in the wrong order. Alright, let's fix this. That's probably why it took a second there. Okay. Basically it's 10 in everything, I think. That's probably what the magic shiny number is. It's can you get 10s and everything? 'Cause that's what it looks like it is. It's saying 0 in HP, 10 to 11 attack, 10 to 11 defense, 10 to 11 speed, 10 special attack, 10 special defense. So I'm assuming that's what it is. It's like blanket across the board. Oh. Actually, let's not waste that item. We're gonna take that. Though I could let him just hold it forever. I have an actual item to give that to him. Alright, let's take this. Sacred Ash. Item give. I have a charcoal or something. Oh, did I put it in my... It's in the box. I gotta get it out. Oh. Oh my god. I'm ready. And let's stop this stupid Pokemon Center theme. Okay. Though, I really want that charcoal before I forget about it. And, teach it fly. Sorry about the music. Let's do the fly outside. Let me just get this. Pokemon Center theme actually drives me insane. Withdrawal? No. I meant, hold on. I meant to my PC. You so rarely do this in the games, it's weird. I swear I have one. Oh, do I not? Where's the charcoal? Oh, okay. You know, I might give him... Oh god, I guess I'll give him leftovers or something instead. I mean, we're probably gonna be fighting with this a lot. So, pack. Where is our... Here we go. I really want to get Earthquake. I don't know where you get that. There we go. Fly. Oh my god. Magnificent. Dusk is trying to learn Fly. That's why he was sitting on top of that building. He didn't know how to fly. Gust. You gotta be really careful when you do this, too. Actually, do we want to get rid of Safeguard for the time being instead? Because Gust is lots of little quick attacks instead of, Yeah, let's do that. I'm not gonna cast Safeguard. Cast. I've been playing too many other RPGs like this. Oh, here it goes. Guys, it's beautiful. I need to see it. Okay, here we go. Here we go! Does your Houndoom have charcoal? Good point, it might. It might. Stantler appeared? Go Dusk. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, it actually looks just like the sprite that they made in Heart Gold Soul Silver. I had no idea. I thought I'd recognized it when I played it as a kid. Oh my god, that's amazing. I don't know what EVs you get from this. I honestly don't really care. It's not a big deal. We're going to, we're gonna Sacred Fire. Come on. Oh, look at that! Boom! Start stream. I have a wonderful review you can check out on it. And that is Dusk. Beautiful. I wish there was a unique animation for flying on it. Let's check if, you're holding my... Yeah, you're holding the charcoal. We might want to give that over. What fire attacks do you know, though? Do you have 2? Just Ember? Oh my god. Never mind, he kind of needs it more right now. You're holding the XP share. You can give up this, I think. Let's take leftovers. And, we're giving that to our legendary bird. Though it probably doesn't need it. But it's getting it anyway. Because, it's gonna be, like, impossible to kill now. You know, I don't know if I traded over my leftovers. I probably did not. Made Dusk Cold leftovers. Alright, that's nasty. Like, here, hold my takeout. Alright, we're going to fly on it. It's the... Oh, you actually see its little icon, too! It's unique to that. I thought it was, no matter what, always the bird. Oh my god, I probably did see this back in the day when I played Gold, but I didn't appreciate that the actual sprite in the overworld changes. or the sprite changes here to its box sprite. It's specifically referencing Ho-Oh. I never thought to check that. It's just on my head. Okay. Like, check, like, are there any Pokemon in Gen 1 or 2 that can fly who do not have the bird icon in the box? Actually, we're going to New Bark. Oh, that poor Stantler. Oh, wait, can I surf? I can't surf, can I? Whoops. Whatever, never mind. We gotta figure out something else to do. I'm probably gonna swap Bluger for somebody else who can get us over there. But, oh my god, I am without words. That was incredible. Incredible. Well, I'm gonna say, since I have one more hour to go, but I am really, like, I'm tuckered out right now. I am going to end the stream in just a bit. I will still allow the Etsy stream to continue, the Etsy 30% off to continue to where I should have stopped at 5 o'clock. Huh, can you check if Lugia has a unique sprite for flying? Lugia should have a unique sprite, so it should work. Don't know the birds, though. The Kanto legendary birds just look like the regular bird, I think. We're gonna deposit Bluger. Probably should have tried throwing out Bluger to see what would happen. And, we're gonna withdraw, I think Kuiper is my, my surfer. Actually, no, hold on. We want to deposit Kuiper. We instead, we made our Gyarados a really great HM user. What was that? Volvagia, that was it. So soon, I know. I'm sorry it was over so soon. If by popular demand you guys really want me to keep doing more shiny hunts, I can think of some other fun stuff we could do. But for now, at least today, that took so much out of me, and it's already at the end of, like, when I would normally be streaming, and I am really thirsty, hungry, and I am dripping in sweat. I am gross right now. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I just want to start, get this ready for our next part. I can't believe this is only one stream. Like, it feels ridiculous to even edit this down. Kept your room tidy, or is this about your money? Oh yeah, Mom. What do you want to do? Get, save, change. Oh, you can tell her to stop. Get? What you want to take? Oh my god, look how much cash my mom stole from me. Be sure to save 20 times. Just do what you can. Oh, thanks! Yeah. That's the most encouraging thing that my mother would ever tell me, too. Alright. Okay to overwrite. Save. Save. Yeah, I gotta get some food and water and rest. Oh my god. Huh. That was unbelievable, but at least for now I can say that this big, beautiful bird is now mine in Gen 2. He caused me so much freaking trouble for 2 years of my life, trying to hunt for this big, stupid bird. And when I finally got him, I was like, oh my god, it's like the most precious thing I own. I want to physically own him. And then I finally did. With this lovely Perler. And then, of course, now that sale doesn't get to happen because, well, it did for just a very short amount of time. Dusk showed up right away. And man, that sprite is beautiful. I kind of want to make that one too. Oh my god, that is all the time I have for now. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the stream. Thank you again to TK Renegade for that enormous donation. That helps us tremendously. It does. For right now, if you're jumping in late, you could back the stream up and actually watch us finding Shiny Ho-Oh at 311 soft resets. Or you could also jump over to our Etsy page, and for the time being, there will be a really, really great 35% off for all of our Pokemon stuff for the next hour. So, Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more. I will see you all in the next stream. Bye.